What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the promised land. What did you giggle about?
Because I was just say, welcome back.
Welcome to the promised land.
Welcome to the ranch.
Welcome to the ranch.
How are you guys doing?
What's going on? Can we get some thumbs up or 5x5s or?
Brooke Cowgirl says it is a little chilly here west of Huntsville. Yes, it is very chilly up here too, east of Dallas. It is cold.
Yeah.
It is not chilly. It is cold.
Nah.
It's cold.
It's the wind.
The wind.
I don't know about. Yeah, the wind is dumb. Like, coming from the Northeast, I don't mind cold. I like cold. Cold is fun.
Yeah. No.
Like today, I was out and about. I was over across the way in the pasture, and Elijah and I were running around out there, goofing around, taking the wheelbarrow out there, and then because I had a jacket on, I started sweating. So that cool breeze coming up on the back when it started getting windy felt good.
It's cold. It's cold. Hey, Gear, how are you? Leanne's here saying it's 51 degrees.
That's right.
And raining here. Mad Acre Farms, 10 degrees in the good old state of Iowa.
Wait, what is it?
10 degrees. 10 degrees in Iowa. There's Carla living a rogue life. How are you?
That's the real deal.
Caleb's in here.
When you hit 10
the Naked
degrees,
Gardener's here. They're just a little north of us.
What's going on?
Lisa and Jesse are here. Lazy Days with Jesse and Lisa. Jesse's one of our mods. Amazing. Love him. Love both of them. They're awesome. Let's see who else we have.
If you had to pick one over the other,
Mad Acre Farms. I'd pick them both. I wouldn't choose.
Oh, Monica.
BRoll Cowgirl's in here. Rebecca Davis was in here earlier. I'll see if she'll pop back in. I'm sure she'll be back. Gwen from BRoll Cowgirl. Let's see anybody else. Redbird Farm. Hello. How are you, Brenda Baker?
Hey,
and Blue Farm is in here.
Blue Farm hosted for Ridge Life.
Oh, last week?
This week.
Or this week. Yeah. Oh, I missed it this week. Where was I? On Tuesday. Was that the day? That was the day I went with Abigail.
Yeah.
Abigail got to go to the prom closet this week. It was really fun.
What's up?
I got to go with a couple of the girls. That was fun.
I was a little bit surprised about that. But that brought back a lot of memories. Remember when you went to go get your prom dress?
No, I don't actually.
You don't?
No.
We went with your mom.
My mom didn't go with me.
Yes, she did.
To pick up my prom dress?
Yes, she did.
Don't remember that.
And your annoying
Mrs.
sister.
Queen, how are you? Hey, Uncle Al, how are you? Die Bullfrog 79.
She would pick me. Is that's Lazy Days, right?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it says
I don't think it's Lisa. Lisa Colovi is in here. How are you? Jillian Carey, Belly Acres number 3. Oh, hello.
Belly Acres, did you get all your chores done? Because earlier they responded. They said they would be here. They had to get chores done.
Done. Got it. Hey, the interwebs are back. Hey, how are you, Jake, over at Nunya? Texas on the back 20. Carmen's in here. Jesus loving homesteader. How are you guys? I hope you all are staying warm wherever you are. We are the wind was stupid today. So I got to do at like noon today, I got to do a Google Meets with a pre-K class for a girl that I've known for years through the Awana clubs. And she teaches pre-K. Hey, Southern Boy Prepper, how are you? And look, there's Daz. He says we can start now. He's here.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
We were
and
waiting.
Heather Lynn's here. How are you?
We were waiting.
So I got to do a little thing. Like we did a Google Meets, and last year I did it too. And this year what I did was I went outside and showed the kids the farm. Let's see what
Uncle Al.
I said hi, Uncle Al.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, but I got to do a Google Meets, and so I got to have the phone. I'm walking around with the phone, and I'm like double layered with my hood, and I plugged the little mic in to our thing so I could they could hear me better because the wind was crazy. And we went from different places to go back and forth to show the kids. But I couldn't hear them trying to talk to me because the mic was plugged in. So I ended up, hi, Jeannie, how are you? So I ended up having the kids, and I knew I couldn't quite hear them after the first few minutes. And I was like, so what I did was I had them tell me what they liked animals the most. So every time I went to a new animal, I would do a different thing. And so I said, well, I'm going to go see the pigs. If you want to know something new about the pigs. And so I told them that pigs use their nose to dig in the dirt. And so I did like this. And I said, if you like the pigs, do you like this? So at the end, they all had different characteristics. So for the longhorn, they had longhorns. And it was just fun. For the rabbits, they did this for the rabbits. And so needless to say, by the end of the 30 minutes, or I think I was on there for 25 minutes or so, all the kids had different animal things they got to do. But it was so windy. I felt like I was yelling at them like the whole time. And hopefully they could hear me. I finally unplugged it at the end, and they were telling me that the most animal they wanted to see the most was my barn cats. They didn't care about the cows or the bunnies or the pigs or the chickens or ducks. They wanted to see the cat. So yeah, barn cats. That's it.
Well, you know what? The cats are legit, man.
I should have asked which animal they like eating best. Well, needless to say.
Why didn't you think about that? You could have got all them kids freaked out. That's what this is all about.
It was really cool. Oh, look, there you go. I need to schedule something for a homeschool group. There you go. All you have to do is walk around the different parts of your farm and show them. And I mean, they were excited. It was cool though, because I kept trying to think on the fly of like a new, like something so they could visually show me without them screaming and waving their hands wildly in the air, because they're like 4-year-olds.
Right.
But it was so cute.
Plus
cute.
the teacher doesn't want them acting cray.
No, and she was like texting me. She's like, they just want to see your cat. And I'm like, I just want to see a cat. I've got cows.
Yeah.
Y'all have cats at your own house, but whatever. They like the cats. So,
Yeah.
Oh, Blue Farm, you're getting rabbits this weekend.
Nice.
Very
nice.
cool.
We got some.
Hey, there's Lisa. How are you?
There's some great channels in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of great channels in here.
For rabbits. Well, I was being specific. You gotta let me
Specific to
finish.
rabbits.
Yeah. Jesus Loving Homesteader, Blue Farm. I don't know if you know them, but they do some videos on rabbits.
Mhm.
They're actually pretty close to us as well.
Yeah.
We have a couple things on rabbits. We haven't really ventured into that yet, but we will.
For sure.
I've been trying to get Monica to do a video on our house rabbit, Michael,
I've
is
got
naughty.
footage of him, so I'm just going to put it all together now.
Oh, well, everybody in here has seen him anyway. Though,
yeah,
now that
but
I
I'm
think
going to
about
put
it.
like a little reels together and do a little footage.
Yeah, Southern Boy Prepper says that he wants some rabbits. When you talk about sustainability, that's
I keep telling the naked
really good one.
gardeners need to come down and visit and have some rabbit.
Yeah. So if you are in the chat still and you're naked gardeners, you're welcome to come down for.
See, there you go. They're going to make a video specific on the Tamuk composite breed soon.
I'm glad they said that. So let's do a video before they do a video.
We don't have that breed.
But we can just.
We don't have breed
People don't know
specific.
what that means.
They do know what that means.
All right.
Hey, your mom's in here. Hey, Sharon, how are you?
What's going on, Mom?
Oh, wait.
G Mama
Sid
Grows
needs to
is
solve
in
his
here.
assignment about rabbits. He's got to do his research, do all that
Yeah.
stuff. His assignment is to come down and get some rabbits from us. There you go.
Hey, by the way, Capone Cabin.
Hello, how are you?
I met her over at Tim's Watch and Grow as well. That's awesome.
Nice. Homesteading Pastor is in here.
Hey.
Started raising rabbits last year. That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's the way to go right there.
You don't want to see me naked. There's Rebecca Davis. How are you? Wonderful
hello.
lady. Denise, how are you?
Hello. Yeah, so some really great stuff. As a matter of fact, some of these folks in here are going to be guests soon on
what's a Himalayan rabbit?
on our lives.
Yeah.
What do we got?
A Himalayan rabbit. I don't know. I don't know what they are. I've never heard of that breed.
Oh, that sounds like a video you need to do, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what that means. Tamuk. Yeah, Texas A&M University, Kingsville. Kingsville is, I guess, the originator of it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I just recently heard about these Tamuks. I think they sound cool. It sounds like a tribe up in Alaska somewhere.
That's what it is. He's supposed to convince me with a meal. I told you,
Well-
come down here. We'll make you 3 different types of rabbit. We'll do smoked rabbit. We'll do some grilled rabbit, and we'll do some rabbit fajitas.
You gotta do crock pot.
Well, that's crockpot rabbit, but then you
Yeah.
make it in fajitas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
One of the things that we try to do when
We had nachos when
people come,
Carmen and Nathan were here.
if they have any kind of interest in rabbits, a lot of times we'll try to give them a bag of frozen rabbit
Mhm.
to take home and let them try making their own meals, the things they
Yeah.
like to do with it.
For sure. It's always good to try something new. Planting seeds this weekend. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, right now, especially
Rex.
with
Hey, G Mama Grows. How are you?
with a lot of. Okay, now I gotta ask, man, are you eating them
Susie
mini
Jacobson.
Rex? Do people eat mini
How are
Rex?
you? You can eat anything, can't you?
Well, I mean, technically, I guess.
Fried rabbit with some biscuits and gravy. I don't think I've ever had fried rabbit, really. I mean, I've had rabbit made. I've had rabbit thighs made in replacement of chicken thighs and some things, but
And the same thing with the front legs are like chicken wings.
yeah. Mhm. I don't really eat them like that, though. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you can go wrong. So people who haven't had it,
They do, Jesse.
It's just like, yeah, it's just like chicken. It's like the white meat on chicken.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's delicious, high in protein. Mm-hmm. But one thing that I learned a while back, I think I may have mentioned this in one of our previous lives, was who was that? Who were the explorers that went from St. Louis? Who's it? Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark.
Wow, thanks. Don't
Lewis
you homeschool the kids?
I do. We did that years ago.
Okay. Anyway, my dad was telling me that
just because I homeschooled the kids doesn't mean I knew everything.
You're supposed to know everything.
No. Hey, Ricky Ventures, how are ya?
Hello from Texas to my friend in Minnesota.
Yeah, rabbit turkey. Oh yes, so good. I like it.
Oh yeah, the flaps. Mm-hmm. That sounds gross.
The belly flaps.
That sounds like what I got going over my belt
right now. Me too.
Yes.
Belly flaps.
Belly flaps.
Oh,
you know what? Alicia's not here, so can I say hashtag put it on a shirt?
You can't. It's hashtag put it on a tee.
Oh, see, that's why.
This is the only reason why we're getting away with this because she's spending time at Papa Jim right now. That's okay. Well, speaking of
spending time, mm-hmm. Luke is out on a date tonight
with his girlfriend, who's usually watching this.
What? Do you have to specify that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, so
Hi, Tiny Tim Posey. How are you?
I did text him, by the way.
Outdoors of Big Nuts here. Hey.
What's going on? Big time now.
You texted him. What did you text?
I texted Luke and I said, hey, while you're on a date, you guys are listening to our live tonight, right?
Yeah, right.
He better be listening.
He's not listening. Liberty listens.
Is he in here?
Listen. There's Mennonite Farm. Leanne, you are cool enough.
Whoa, what?
She said, I guess I'm not cool enough to be on your live.
You're on our live right now. In the chat where we can monitor you closely.
Keep you.
Yeah.
He can keep you under his thumb.
Yeah, because she'll start saying things. What's that language she likes to use?
Her own language?
No.
Oh, the Pennsylvania Dutch?
Yes. She starts saying inappropriate things in there.
Yes, see, look. She's taking her away from the real fun. Yeah, she's usually here in the chat with us. But not tonight. They're on a date. Yeah. Oh, here you go. What did Lewis and Clark say before they reached the Pacific Ocean? Long time no see.
Hey, okay, so
they're going to be with us next week, right?
Yeah, I wanted to say, and I can't remember all the dates, but Celtic Roots is going to be on here, and I
next week, I believe.
I'm just going to say I'm not a big pun guy.
You're not pretty punny.
See, how lame is that?
I'm way punnier than him.
How lame is it?
Why would you even every single time. I literally laugh every single time Jay says some kind of pun. Or punny, some kind of joke. It's so funny. Ian Dale's here. Hey, Ian Dale, how you doing? It's been a few days since you've been here, because last time you were here, you were paying somebody off.
Yeah.
Then after that, you were taking the bunny and making sure he saw where all my plants were so we could go eat it. Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah. Look, Emma's here.
What's up, Emma?
Our real Emma and Caleb are here.
What's
the real people that love us, our real children that care about us, not like Luke who leaves.
Yeah.
Punnage. Yeah, punnage.
I don't know. The dad jokes for me are hard.
Hey, look.
What?
He said, I don't know. He and Mr. Beans was pretty funny.
See, that's funny.
Oh, yeah, that's real funny.
That's good.
Crazy
stuff.
Ed Homestead's in here. How are you, Crazy Ed?
Crazy Ed in what? Watch out.
And Dale says, shh, don't tell all my secrets.
No, you now say it.
It's true.
Put her back up in there.
What?
Now, do your impersonation of Andy.
I don't think I can impersonate her.
Come on.
She does a really good smile. You have to smile when you do her. Shh, don't tell all my secrets. You have to smile real good. You have to smile real nice when you do Andale.
That was pretty good. I liked how you went real quiet, too.
Yeah, you have to get quiet, too.
Yeah. Oh, Andale. The Southern Belle. We need to see if she's... Did we talk about if she had one of those Kentucky Derby hats? That's what she needs.
Yeah, she needs a big derby hat.
She needs a derby hat.
For sure.
And Dale, if you get a derby hat, let us know. We'll bring you back on the channel just so we can see the hat. And then
maybe she don't want to be in here.
Oh.
Maybe she don't want to be back on the show. Hey, Capone's could be inappropriate too. Inappropriate.
Well, this is a family channel. That's why we have. That's why.
That was perfect.
That's why we have to put Mennonite Farmhouse over in timeout because she starts using them Pennsylvania Dutch words and it just gets.
Monica doesn't sound like she's from the South. No, I don't.
Well, what does she?
Don't worry, on your live will be the most serious person you ever met. No way.
I doubt that. I do.
Hey, Debbie's Home Place. How are you? She says she does. She said, I'll wear it in honor of you, Eric.
Wait, am I like dying or something? What's happening?
She's going to wear a derby hat. Oh,
Can I get her to
goodness.
put a derby dress on too?
I don't
Dude,
know.
if we could get her in a full outfit.
She'd be doing that she wins that. If she wins that competition, she'll be all in her derby stuff.
What's that thing called? Where
Wait, can I be putting time out? Coupon Gail be putting me in timeout. Wait, Coupon Gail is putting you in timeout.
Here in our channel?
Coupon Gail's not even in here. Are you blaming someone that's not even in here?
Poor Gail.
Can I get a woo woo? Wait, are you okay, Lisa?
Did she fall and bump her head?
She was over with Coupon Gail earlier.
I heard that pregnancy makes people go crazy.
That's right. I heard a couple weeks ago she was pregnant.
Yeah. Let's see. Who was that?
That was Debbie's Home Place.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, everybody, make sure you go check everybody's channel out. See if it's something that fits you. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if it's not for you, don't subscribe. If it is, make sure you leave a couple comments.
Yeah.
Make it some good comments. Don't just be like, hey, way to do it. Or, like that video about the dogs were awesome, but it's actually a video about flying a kite.
Somebody said that on your video.
No, but sometimes people make comments like that. And it's like, I appreciate it. But
and don't emoji spam people. Oh my gosh. Wait, what did you say? I'm gonna have a litter of piglets since my girls aren't going in the heat. No, you're not having no litter of piglets. Your girls will be fine. They'll go. Watching my channel is calorie free. Good call, Leanne. Good call. Although it does make me hungry and make me want to go get other stuff to eat. She got all kinds of good food.
That was earlier. I was on a live. And Daz had made some kind of comment to somebody. I was kind of watching him talk, and he said something like, when he has to respond to people's comments about his videos, it makes him hungry.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
When you comment on the video?
No. When people comment on his video, because, he's got great cooking videos, right?
Yeah. So he goes back and rewatches his video, and he's like, I'm hungry now.
But people are writing comments like, that's delicious, or that's, this, that, or the other thing, or that cheese looked awesome in here. And then when he has to respond back to him, he says he starts getting hungry.
Yeah. Eric, I was actually in a play of My Fair Lady, playing the roles of Liza Doolittle, and wore a real derby dress and hat. It was epic. Oh,
right on. Why didn't I know that before?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about whether your comments are short or not. Busy building our long home. That's okay. You can do that. No, we are laughing because it's always like comments that don't make sense. Like you said, there's a video about, working a cattle dog, and they're like, great kite video. Or they just go, wonderful, amazing, perfection, masterpiece. And you're like,
it was about a dead calf.
Yeah, my cow died, and you're telling me how awesome that is. Like, so many times you can see people don't read watch the video, they just comment, and it's so bad.
Yeah, if you're
Ed.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Well, there you go, Capone Cabin. She's building the cabin, and you're building your home, so that's awesome. But now, for anybody in here that hasn't been in here before, we're very loose. We try to keep things light and fun, and we try not to pick on people. No, normally I'm the one getting picked on around here.
You were putting time out? Oh no. Jillian Carey. Belle Acres number 3 was putting time out. I didn't do it.
We got who all go over there and see who the administrators
it's Leanne. You've been putting people in time out.
She gets mad at us and she takes it out on everybody else. I don't know if I like this.
Oh, that's so funny. Or new favorite friend for life.
Oh.
Somebody timed you out. I'm so sorry you got timed out. Oh, if you use a bunch of emojis, you'll get timed out.
No, we're not doing this again. Now the last live we did, people were going berserk on the emojis just to see if they get locked out. They were tempting.
I have not moderated yet, so I'm innocent. She is innocent. She's claiming innocence right now.
Also, if you're new in here, feel free to reach out to any of the folks that have the wrench next to their name.
How are you? Hobo goat, desert goat. Sorry,
I was in the middle of saying something.
If they have a wrench next to their name, they're a mod. That means you can reach out to them and they can help post your link. There you go. Boom. I shortened it. Just like that. Yes, Nightbot will time you out. But I don't have Nightbot set up. So I'm not sure what that's all about.
The Nightbot is the administrators or the admins or
no, they're
moderators,
not.
Whatever you want to call
that is our Nightbot basically right now because we don't have Nightbot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What did she say? I am not.
She said, I am not the OJ. The mod does not fit. You must have quit.
Oh my goodness. No, she did. Way too soon.
Mod does not.
Way too soon.
Hello, Abracadabra. How are you?
What's going
It's nap
on?
time. Yeah, Eric's story was over. It's good. I got you.
Wait, what?
I got you.
See, here we go
I
again.
ended it quit.
Here we go.
Well, thanks for being here. I'm glad. Yeah, we seem to be fun. For the most part, I think we're pretty fun.
Well,
that's because we don't get a chance to chat with each other all week, and then we get here and we're like, "Hey, how's it going?"
yeah, I've been meaning to ask you that. How's things going today?
Going good.
Good. Yeah. So earlier we had
Me neither, dude.
we had a text chat, and I'm not even gonna read that because every time I read stuff, I get this just
distracted.
yeah. So anyway, what I want to say is
No,
that-
this one, yours was a good live a couple weeks ago. Just saying. Go ahead, keep going. Why are you getting distracted?
because you just keep talking over me. You can't keep talking over. Yeah, I gotta wait for you to get a drink, or I gotta distract you by the time you go look at that computer.
Oh, Dazbot here. He said, "Let me know if you need me timed out. I would love to help." Go ahead, come on. Let's go.
Yeah, Daz. There's a young lady by the name of Midnight Farmhouse. Keep a close eye on that one.
Watch her.
Yeah.
Come on, what were you gonna say?
Anyway, I was just going to say that earlier, Monica and I had like a text chat going back and forth for a good while. And it's really just because we haven't seen each other a whole lot this week. We've been running back and forth and
Just busy.
been busy, having a lot of different things happening.
I don't know where my phone went. That's weird.
It's on the charger over there.
Oh. Anyway,
So,
what did you say? I had a complaint on my channel because we're Capones. I hope they don't cancel us. I can't believe I had a complaint. That's crazy.
is that your actual last name? That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
I guess. Well, especially if you're in that type of business, then it's, you got to live up to the names. And that might be kind of tough.
Yeah.
I wonder if they
It's
have to
true.
wear like leather jackets or something and just like, beat people up, take their lunch money.
Well, that's pretty stereotypical of a last name.
Well, no,
That's like saying you have no spice, no nothing. You're just like, I'm a bland.
I am a bland.
Mm-hmm. But you're not bland. Yes, my husband is Capone.
Everybody
That's cool.
straighten up. Do not get out of line. We need to make her a mod.
We should. We had a horse. Oh, Gwen had a horse named Capone. Very cool.
If we make her a mod, then nobody will mess with her and they'll follow directions.
That's so stupid. We just keep on here. People will be like, Jay, I need a joke.
Does he have like I need to know, and I'm going to ask this. You don't have to answer it now.
Thank you, Ed.
Wait, what? What?
Oh, it's Okies.
What? How does Monica make the show? She just interrupts people the whole time.
What? Your great uncle was Black Bart.
I don't know who that is.
I think he's the guy on the Christmas
Oh,
Story.
the
Black
Christmas
Bart.
Story, yeah.
Black Bart. Christmas Story guy.
You'll get yours, Black Bart.
Is that the guy?
That-
I don't think that's
That
the real
was
guy.
the bad guy with the stripes on
I don't think that's the real
when
guy.
he was
though.
shooting him in the booty with the Red Ryder BB gun.
It's worse because he's the director of gunsmithing at the college. Oh no.
That might not be great.
meet your new gunsmithing teacher.
Although, I mean, again, you get a lot of respect. You just got to
That's
give them a
true.
look. Like if they get out of line.
The stagecoach robber. Coach robber. Blah, 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 rewind.
Hmm.
The stagecoach robber. Pretty sure he was on the Christmas Story too, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was
He is the bad guy. Not the kid with the red hair, but the bad guy.
What's Broke Cowgirl say? I don't know.
Great uncle was Judge Roy Bean.
Who's Judge Roy Bean?
Could be the relative of Daddy Beans.
Oh, you think?
Maybe. Was he related to Daddy Beans? Do you know?
Or
Gwen could be original ownership of Daddy Beans. She could really know.
maybe
that
she's
Daddy
getting
Beans-
royalties from that.
Daddy Beans, yeah. Tea-berry ice cream for anyone that misbehaves tonight.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. I must have missed something. I don't know what tea-berry is.
Hey, why don't you tell them who you're related to, or you say that you're related to?
Who am I related to?
Yeah, tell everybody.
Oh, the hanging judge.
What?
No, that's right there. I was reading her stuff.
No, tell them
Hey, Gary Brown, how are you?
what's going on, Gary.
Who
tell
I'm
'em.
related to?
Yeah, tell them.
I'm related to two presidents, the Harrisons. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. How do you come up with that?
I don't know, because it's my great whatevers. Yeah, seriously.
Just because you had the
I
same
don't
last
know.
name?
Hey, she's starting off with ha 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 ha, like laughing at us. We live in Texas. We don't. No, I don't know who Judge Roy Bean was. I've only been in Texas 7 years.
Can you like just Google it over there or something?
Ew, T-Berry's Pepto-Bismol flavored ice cream. Not joking.
Oh,
That's nasty.
hang on a second.
That's nasty.
What was it? Roy Bean Jr.?
Yes. Roy. No, it's Judge Roy Bean, not Junior.
I know. I was playing off of the boxer. All right, go
Oh,
ahead.
Gary Brown. His wife is related to James Polk. James K. Polk.
Roy, wait, who was it again? Roy what?
Roy Bean. Judge Roy Bean. Roy Bean. That's pretty cool. The truth according to Monica. That's what my mom said, though. So I'm just going with what my mom said.
It says right here that he was a saloon keeper and justice of the peace in Valverde County.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You'll mix with Texas history. Don't be doing that.
Okay.
Thank you, Emma. That's all that matters. Oh, and Dale's related to Francis Scott Key, who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner.
What?
I didn't get nothing.
Now that one I know all about.
Well, we do know about that because our two oldest boys, we used to live right there by Fort McHenry in Baltimore. And so my boys went for a summer, like campy type thing, but not a camp, but it was like a thing where they would go and they learned how to play the drum and the fife. And so they actually got to play the drums. And they got to do, it was like I don't even know how many weeks it was, but it was really cool. I actually put a video up on my YouTube channel of them like playing and like marching in, and they raised the big flag there in Fort McHenry. And so they got to perform during the day, during like a regular normal Fort McHenry day in front of all these other people too. It was really cool.
Man, and you know, when I was a kid and I went there on
there you go.
a school field trip.
Me too.
Went there on a school field trip and it was kind of boring. You know, you like walk around and
it's always boring when you're a kid.
True. But when we got older, they redid the whole thing. And so before we went out to watch the drum and fife performance or whatever, which by the way, neither one of our kids have ever been in like music class. And they were like, that's okay. We're going to teach the kids. Cause that age bracket that they were having coming out were the ones that were in the Revolutionary War at that age is what they would use them for. So anyway, they started telling you the story about how, you know, Star-Spangled Banner came about and all that stuff. And so just as they start playing the Star-Spangled Banner, the curtains started pulling apart. And as they pulled apart, you looked out on the hill and it was the American flag just waving in the...
It was really cool.
Oh, it was awesome.
The whole thing was really cool.
It was really awesome. I'll tell you what, it was awesome. Like the beginning of our BRoll.
Oh yeah. Well,
Showdown.
You saw Adventures on the Homestead.
I did. I saw them come in. That's my way of getting that in there.
Yeah. Adventures on the Homestead is in here. Hello. How are you? They're announcing their BRoll stuff tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central, I believe. I don't know if you're releasing a video, if you're going to go live. I better go back and look at that.
Yeah. Well, just ask him.
Are you going live or are you just releasing a video? Anyway, we're going to make sure we're there and looking at that. I put it on my planner so I can make sure we watch.
We're going to get our streamers,
we're cheering for everyone. We think it's
our
fun.
noisemakers. No, I'm cheering. Look, normally I don't care who wins. This one, I want to win. I lost it with Crazy Ed's barbecue challenge. I got smoked by a guy who did a video about bison in Michigan.
You got smoked by him.
I did. All right. But no, I'm glad he won since he's
okay. So it is a video. Okay. It's going to premiere and he's doing a video. Okay, good. Very cool.
All right. So everybody watch out for Adventures on the Homestead. Yeah. They're going to do a premiered video of the winner. So I don't know how.
The winners, because there's more than one winner.
There is more than one winner.
There are winners. There are a bunch of winners. So that's pretty cool. And it was fun. It was so much fun. There's a lot of really good channels that we didn't know about before that we got a chance to see. And that was really cool because we got a chance to go and visit them too and kind of see some more people.
I think that Jim.
Hey, Abundant Acres, how are you,
Jim? I'd like for you to come up with another contest if you don't mind, and not necessarily one with like prizes or whatever, but it really challenged me. And anybody who didn't get a chance to go over,
salty about the burgers,
go over there and check out his BRoll Showdown hashtag BRoll Showdown. And you can see a bunch of the different ones. And what's cool is because it's all different styles. Obviously, ours is all about here on the farm. But it was Color Drop that did one about making
sourdough starter and sourdough bread and stuff. That's pretty cool.
One gentleman, I don't remember the one guy. He did like cutting firewood and getting ready for the winter.
Macaulay Farms did cutting firewood. There's another one. It was really good.
Yep.
Blue Pixie's here. Hello. Always
Hello.
gardening and prepping. How are you, ma'am?
So yeah, I mean, so it was so much fun, and on top of all that, it was such a good learning experience.
It really
and
was.
people like Michael from the Green Acre, and
That's so
then
cool.
Jim with Adventures on the Homestead, both those guys, they will challenge you to do even better. And I was watching a video the other day, and I don't even remember when it came out. Somehow I missed it, but the comments from Mrs. Adventures on the Homestead had made a comment. It led me to believe that it was one of the kids that did the video.
What video?
I don't remember which one it was.
Oh, very cool.
Jim, correct me if I'm wrong.
Which video?
But
it was a video that maybe
it was one of the videos.
Nice.
And she had
Did you see what he
complimented Jim for being a good teacher.
Nice.
So
Did you see?
Okay. Well, that's because my footage was real. Okay. I didn't have the fancy drone shots. I don't even know. I mean,
You did a drone of bison.
I know, but
This wasn't our yard.
His was. You don't need to tell people that.
There's always next time.
There's always next time.
Always next time.
But yeah. So anyway, I got home today. The kids were watching some.
Was it the snow video? Did the kids do one of the snow videos?
Yeah, it may have been.
There you go.
It may have been.
That's cool, Ian. One of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Not the declaration, the decoration. It was the Declaration of Independence. It was like they had streamers.
Rotten.
That was the decoration. I gotta mess with. I'm messing with Leanne, only with Leanne. I wouldn't mess with nobody else. She'll laugh at it.
Hey,
she'll be back. She'll be sitting up here like laughing at herself now. She'll be like, "Oh shoot, I did not spell that wrong," because she don't spell nothing wrong usually. She's usually right on it.
If you're in here for the first time, we appreciate you coming in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that as well.
Oh yeah, I put a funny Instagram video out earlier.
Oh man, she showed it to me like seconds before we got on here. And I think my wife is the most beautiful woman in the entire world. So even the part of the video that was supposedly cute, I was like, you look better natural. And then and then she did another part, and I just couldn't help but laugh. But my wife she's corny. Well, I mean, she makes the show. I said it earlier.
I make the show. I have my hair all did up today in my messy bun because
got the old spaghetti head going.
I gotta dry my hair and see if Abigail can curl it for me, because tomorrow morning we have our first official day of co-op and drama club. So long day out, but it's gonna be fun. I enjoy it. And my kids all have their parts for drama club. We'll be practicing tomorrow. They'll be practicing, and it's gonna be so fun. Oh look, Dad says I'm new here. You guys are awesome. You should do this every week. Good idea.
Well, thank you, my Aussie Garden and
nice
kitchen.
to have you here.
Yes, thank you.
You should
for
go live
coming
on
in.
Saturday. Maybe we'll come visit you. You better go live on Saturday.
He's already set the reminder.
Oh, good. Perfect. He should be. He may be on Lisa's tomorrow night too.
I'm trying to figure out why Mennonite Farmhouse and Yogi get to babysit him all the time. I want to babysit.
Babysit? They're trying to keep Daz under control.
Yeah. You know how he gets way out of control. He gets moving one direction.
And I do rescue cows out of the mud.
Oh, man.
Oh, Rebecca Davis is related to an outlaw. No, Rebecca Davis.
She can't tell us who it is, though.
Because they're an outlaw.
Yeah. This is serious. What we got
Live
here?
is easy. Don't worry. Live is just, you got to get on and do it.
That's right. We're always happy to help. If you ever need help, reach out. And probably almost every person in this
chat
many
people in here
is more than happy to help.
Yep.
All these people in here are fantastic. We always try to help build community where we can. You know, the funny thing is I was actually on Nick's live earlier from Arizona Highland.
That dude was on so early this morning. I set my reminder like I was going to get up real early and watch it.
Well, normally,
and then I laughed at myself when I saw it going.
Yeah. So I usually try to watch it. What is funny? I'm
laughing at myself because I was all like, I'm going to get up and watch that. And then I was like, oh, no.
No. That's when you have good intentions the night before.
Yeah. Aw. Just share what people make with her. Not that I'm cheap or anything, but I want to give us the gift. Okay, go ahead. You were on Nick's live. Go ahead.
Anyway, so yeah, I was on Nick's live, and that was the thing is he just kept talking about trying to build community, and it kind of made me think that almost every person in here, any of the lives that I've been on, Growing with Hudson, how you doing? Glad you came in. But almost everybody in here on their lives that I've been to, that's what they always talk about, is always trying to help build community, and that's really what we're trying to do too. And again, so if you're new in here and you want to reach out to one of these folks in here, feel free to ask about it, or if you have something that you want to mention, that you hit a big milestone or something like that. Mike over at MT Homestead, how you doing?
Hey there.
Oh, well, I mean, this is kind of, I don't know, is this a big milestone for us?
What?
The picture I sent you today, is that a big deal?
That's a big deal, I think. Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a big deal.
We just hit 50,000 views. That's exciting.
Is it?
I mean, if you're not happy with it, then I guess we suck. But
well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that
it's 50,000 more than we had this time last year, so I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go live from the goat barn with baby goats. You told me I had to wait 24 hours, had my nerve and everything. Aw, that stinks. Just go on StreamYard.
Yeah.
That'd been so cool. That'd be cool. I'll go back and watch it if I don't catch it live. That'd be so cool.
One thing I asked about, and this was when we first started doing our lives, so there's definitely a lot more people in here than before. I'll ask you guys, how would you like it if we set up cameras? And I don't know how we would do this yet, but set up cameras to do a live when we run all of our cattle through the chute.
Have people just be watching what we're doing.
Well, it's kind of like, like when you go in and look at like live shots at beaches, you just kind of see people walking around.
like a cow cam?
Well, I don't want to put the camera like in the chute where you're looking at the booty or anything.
Like they have these beach cams. You can go watch the beach. Yeah. So it'd be like a cattle cam.
So yeah, it'd be kind of like up top where you can it'd be kind of cool if we had like multiple cameras. So you could have like one by the chute where they can see us doing, medications or whatever. Yeah. One that sits up on the roof looking down, so you can get like an overview of how we move them through the corral. That's true. What do you guys think? You think that would be cool?
Oh, that's cool. 60 subscribers have a goal of 100, so I can be one of Danny's scheduled guest. That's awesome, Heather Lynn. You're going to get there. Look, slow and steady wins the race. That's what I always say.
That's right. It took us a long time of, building, and we're still building. Yeah. We're just little folks in the big pond.
Yep. I just got 800 subscribers or 800 followers on Instagram. I was so excited.
What's up?
And then it went down to 799. All right, and then I did my stupid video today, and it went back up to 800.
What? Boom. Back on. Wow.
So let's see. What did they say? Oh, Blue Pixie said that would be epic. Oh, GMM, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
How about a rabbit cam? That would be interesting too.
We could do that.
I know there's a few people in my community coming to help me. That would be good, Eric. That would be cool.
Awesome.
See, people might like to see. Super.
Yeah, and it would be, it would be there for hours because this is not like a quick thing, and that way people can pop in and
make a cow knowledge playlist.
Oh, yeah. You know what I wanted to say? This is what I wanted to say earlier.
But you got sidetracked.
So and it made me think because of Jesus Loving Homesteader with the rabbits, and she's a
good
idea. She's a teacher. She is by far a teacher.
There is a chest rig he could use, a chest rig, like to put his you could put like a chest cam on when you're doing it.
Yeah, but man, I tell you, the problem with that, two things. I got to remind me not to forget to tell you what I was thinking about with the rabbits and stuff.
Okay.
The problem with the chest cam for me is I watched a lot of videos and it's hard. You miss a lot of different things, and especially with dealing with the cattle in the corral, it's a lot of like bending over to get into the chute with them, and then it's a lot of climbing. So it would probably be a lot of bending.
Okay, what were we gonna say about Carmen?
Okay,
she's a teacher.
So I was gonna say that that was Monica was talking earlier about how she did a live or whatever. How did you communicate?
It was a Google Meets. It was a Google Meets. Yeah.
So we were able to partner with a local teacher, which we know from church, but she teaches her. Oh, now we got multiple people on the puns.
Jesse's going for it now.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, go ahead.
We're gonna start timing people out for this. Anyway, so we're able to partner with people to teach them about the farm, and this is a great opportunity for us as not just you and I, but us, meaning like a community.
Yeah.
If we want to share with people what we do, then take the opportunity to do so. And in the past, we've also had an intern, which she recently came to the farm to take some pictures for college or whatever.
She's so sweet.
And, it was funny because she came and I was like, well, you can go over there, just help yourself. You know what to do around the animals. So have at it. If you have any questions, come get me, because I was working from home that day.
Yeah.
Mr. Marino, what's
Hey,
going
Marino.
on? So,
Go ahead.
so the thing is that this is a good opportunity for people to not forget, if you have kids in here or grandkids. I'm sorry, if people in here have kids or grandkids, to not forget to teach them. Take the time to teach them and find a way to make it fun.
Yeah.
And on top of that, if you are out there and you don't have the help you need, maybe reach out to some people and find out who's interested in learning about farm life, gardening, how to do those sorts of things. Because you may be surprised, the kids out there, the teenagers that are very interested in this stuff, but just don't know how to get started. And
It's true.
last year we were able to help a family friend of ours, some of the kids
That's a lot.
that wanted to do a garden. They tried a garden, they failed at it. And so I told them, I said, if you ever need help, feel free to reach out. And that was
cool.
You know, it was our opportunity to show them and teach them. And they had a garden that produced, and they were very successful. And it just took, we didn't really do much. We went over and looked at the property. I helped him out with hauling some manure back to his house, because they didn't have access to a trailer. They unloaded it. I helped them a little bit, but they unloaded it in the driveway, and then they put it back where they needed it. I told them what to do. Monica told them some things.
Yeah.
And then bada bing.
Bada bang. You don't even say that. You're just saying that because you saw Marino came in here.
Bada bing. Well, Capone's in here too.
That's exactly right, though. People, I'm going to ask the ag teacher local high school for a few students for that very thing. There you go. Yeah. And, there's always kids that are trying to get credits for like FFA and things like that, just learn different things. But
and community service too.
You got community service hours and things like that. So, yeah, tap into your local resources and ask those kids if they, need to learn, and go that way.
Yeah. And the thing is that you have to open your mouth to tell people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, if people knew, if you just took time to tell them, like at churches, again, reaching out to schools, friends, hey, if you ever know anybody that's looking for, and I know we shared this in the past too, but one of our friends that was in a really bad,
I knew you liked the bada bang.
That was in a really bad car accident. It was what's that called?
Like therapy?
It was like therapy or cathartic. Is that the right word?
I think it's more like therapeutic.
Okay, therapeutic. Okay. Yeah. I like to make words up every now and then.
Yeah. Raising the Bridge is a nonprofit in Mesquite that we sponsor teens. They're looking for sponsors. People can teach them hands-on once a year, different skills. That's a cool idea.
Okay. So for people who aren't in your area, how did you figure that out, or how did you find that?
Probably through church. It's great to find local Facebook homesteading group and look to mentor, be mentored, and share information. Yeah. And that's one of the things that's what Tori was telling me about. She invited me to a few different homesteading groups in Facebook world, and it's been really awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old ways don't die. That's exactly right. And that's good. That's trying to do. Oh, hey, Harvey, how are you?
What's going on,
You can still lurk. You don't have to mod or anything. Just hang out and lurk. It's fine. Unless you have something to say and share. Sorry, my throat is getting dry. You learn always. Only thing we can do is take from your knowledge. Yeah, it's true. Very true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's important. It's important to share those things. I mean, I'm sure people here in the chat, how many people would say, I wish I would have learned this from my grandparents, or I wish I would have paid attention to my parents. And, not everybody's going to be receptive to it. And not everybody that you have out to the house is going to be willing to stick around. Usually for me, I'm one of those people, I'm really, really upfront. And so I'll tell people that you may not like this. This is going to be dirty. It's going to stink sometimes. It's going to be hard. You may get hurt. You may get pushed down on the ground. You may have, something happen. But, at the end of the day, it's really up to them whether they grab a hold of it. It's not, that's not our job to make people grab hold of it.
It's true.
So
it's a good talk for our guests too, though. Okay. So I'm really excited that we're here tonight because we missed you guys last week. I will say that we were having a good time with our kids. We had birthdays happening and stuff, but I missed being live with you. I really did. I missed not having a guest on. I missed it. I was thankful that Lisa invited us on Friday night because I totally was I miss being live and having that conversation with people and just laughing. And not that I don't have plenty of laughter here. I just like Jacob just walked in here and was being goofy a second ago, but it was really fun. And we had a good time with our kids. We had a great time. But I will say on Friday, I was missing Caleb and Emma a little bit because it was his first time away. And I was really excited that I could go be on a live somewhere and kind of not think about missing him for his birthday. But we had a really good birthday weekend. It was really fun.
Were you getting emotional?
No, I'm not getting emotional. Fine.
No, not now. I'm talking about on Friday.
Nah, it was good.
Okay.
I just was excited that we could go and do. Look, I am happy my kids are growing up. I am enjoying them being the ages that they are. Not all the time. I don't enjoy all their ages. I like to skip a few ages if I could. That'd be amazing. If I could skip a couple ages, like I would skip 6 because Ezekiel's not around here, right? He scares me. So the 5-year-old who's almost 6, he's kind of like cutthroat. Like I feel like if I'm going to cross him one day, he's going to come back and be like I'm going to do something wrong and that kid's going to end me. So I got to be careful with him. But he's at a bad age right now. He's at not a bad age. He's just at the age where he cries a lot. He cries a lot.
What?
Yes. Like so I'm really scared of him. I'll make sure he's not down here. Something happened earlier and he didn't get his way. And he was like, ah! And he threw himself down and he's like crying. I'm like, dude, knock it off. Stop crying for a second. And he's like, I can't stop crying. I'm just a crybaby. And I'm like, actually, you are. You need to settle down right now. Of course, he's like having this moment. And I'm like, oh my gosh, could you just be done? So I could skip 6 because I think that's what it is. It's like that 6 age. And then they go into like this awesome 7-year-old age where they like love you and they want to be obedient. And then they get out of that. And then they go back into the preteen years. And the preteens, I'm like, done with that. I don't know. Just every couple years I need to skip. Because I just have attitude sometimes.
Any of our kids that are out there watching this, I apologize on behalf of Mom.
It's just Abigail and Caleb and Emma. That's cool because they're in the ages I like them. So
all right, well that's good.
Hey, Bar Run Forge, how are you?
Mr. Troy, what's up?
Grandma had me clean at 5 years old. Cut on purpose to me that one not to do. But you know what? Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Yep, you learn from your people.
I want to say that if I had to pick an age to cut out with the kids, it would be like before they could walk.
You could cut that out?
Yeah, I mean, baby.
That's because you were ready to like drag them kids around with you. As soon as you were like, could they walk now? I'm like, dude, they're like 2 days old. They can't walk yet. They're not fun.
Yeah.
It's like a sack of potatoes.
I know, they're boring. That's the thing. I mean, what do you do?
Put us in a home. Jamie and Chris.
I mean, what do you?
Jamie and Ryan. That's so funny.
What do you do with them though? I mean, they're just like a bump on a log, I mean, they're useless. They can't do anything.
I'm way behind.
All they do is they cry and then they poop themselves. And you got to clean diapers and then they want to barf all over everything. Remember, Caleb had explosive.
Hey, Freezer Brown Outdoors.
You remember that?
He didn't have explosive. He had explosive vomiting and the other end too. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's wrong?
How's been so extra lately? It's a lack of sunshine. I think I throw him outside if I need to. Yeah, that's what it is. Some of these kids are just extra. Middle school, yeah. Middle school's a thing. So
see,
I've got kids of all ages right now. I mean, like
here's the thing:
teenagers down to like kinder.
Here's the thing with me though, and I think it's my personality. I know that, but it's like I enjoy personality. Yeah, no,
clashes with
I enjoy the challenge of a teenager, or because I mean, it's just like it's like, bro, who are you even talking to?
You see what Drew said?
I will give you a whooping like you never had before. You better shape up.
When the girl turns 12, Satan inhibits their bodies. You should just lock them in the attic until they're 21. Abigail. It's not happening.
No, not Abigail. Not Abigail.
I didn't have that with my kids. Thanks goodness. Oh my gosh.
No, I mean, for the most part, our kids have been pretty good.
Oh yeah. And that's the hard thing. When your parents get old enough, you just
why do you pull it down so fast? I had time
when my mother eloped with Alzheimer's, I had to put her in memory care, and that's the only thing she remembered is I put her there. My dad had that same problem with his mom. It was like I
thought you were going to say your dad.
My dad had the same problem with his mom when she started having problems remembering and things. She just remembered all the people that were like mean to her that put her there, and it's hard. I
don't think that really counts though.
No.
Because I mean, I don't know.
Under a year, skip to them being 23. That's what the garden hose is for, and the kids.
Wait, does she have kids? What?
I don't think so. Millian, you don't have kids yet, right? No, you don't have kids.
No.
They're going to say the same thing when you're old and crippled. They actually have a new Barbie doll called Extra. I believe it. I believe it.
So yeah, we definitely missed
They
everybody
all do.
on our departure last week. I do want to say something before we bring the guests up.
May the odds be ever in your favor, isn't it? I need to hear like the little thing in the background.
I wish I had.
It's hard.
Sorry, I lost it. I wish I remembered the sound or the music or whatever.
The music for
that weird
the
movie.
show. I can't think. Yeah, look, she's doing it. Oh wait.
Whatever it is, I don't even know.
It's the 3 then. It's
it's 3. Oh, you were doing Cub Scouts or
I
something.
was doing something else. I don't even know. Look, I haven't watched in a while. Okay. Jamie's helping me out down there.
You're disrespecting me. Oh, she's going West Coast down there. I'm from Baltimore, girl. We're flashing signs like that. You know, I'm from the East Side.
You child, come here. Come around this way. Kids are great. I love my kids. Just carry a rolled out piece of paper, newspaper, and a square bottle. Looks and cats and dogs. Hey, can you get
I wish.
some water, please?
Robert Lonis, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for making it in here.
Go tell
So
them
one thing I wanted
play.
to talk about before we brought the guests in.
I know they're in the basement.
Was talking about like success, and we'll probably bring it up with them a little. Yeah, I'll wait for them. To come up.
Let's wait for them. I feel like they're pretty successful.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Look, they're like laughing back there. She's like, we're not.
You know what I've learned is I like to spend the last 9 minutes before the top of the hour just making fun of people behind the scene there because they can't say anything.
You mean like last week when I think Lisa was waiting to have me up and I'm like standing there like doing like this in the camera.
Yeah, she tried to catch you. She tried. She's too slow. Pregnant people are slow.
Mm-hmm. Lisa, pregnant people are slow.
Yeah, pregnant people are slow.
Just be mindful because I don't need nobody thinking that I'm pregnant.
No.
Not me.
No, you made it very clear you don't like kids anymore.
I love my children. I'm afraid of some of them. Thank you, Simeon.
So I will say that the one that just departed, I thought she's going to bring him around to the camera.
He's a good age.
Because do you guys remember that movie, The Good Son? Right? Isn't that what it was?
It's Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin, okay.
But The Good Son. Okay. This kid looks just like him. Not really sure why. Look, man, don't walk up next to me in the middle of the night to try to wake me up when you look like that.
Yeah, no, that's rough.
Yeah. I mean, when you start sleeping with bats and stuff underneath your pillows, you got problems.
Lisa knows.
And not because of people coming in your house, but the people who are already in your house.
Hi, Tiny Tim. How are you? Bye. Bye. Thanks for coming by.
What?
I was saying, how are you? And then I was like, he's leaving. Never mind.
So Lisa loves that movie. That's good. Maybe we can send him up to visit with you, but we won't tell you when he's coming.
He's going to show up.
Let him show up
She's
on the
gonna
front
be like,
door.
hi, you must be Simeon.
Yeah.
You must be the bland kid that looks like Macaulay Culkin.
She's going to pack him up and send his little booty back. Like, you got to go.
Oh, she said, I already sleep with bats and pew-pews. Is that wrong?
Yeah. Not when you got kids that look like that. It's not. I mean, look, I'm just saying.
You better stop. He might come look at this one day.
We'll pull it down when he gets old enough to log in. Or we'll just cut that part out.
Oh, no. My great niece looked like Chucky's girlfriend at age 2. She would scare me when she woke me up. Dude, that's for real.
Yeah.
Eli still twitches a little when I clear my throat. So wrong. So wrong. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know if that'd be a good idea for me.
I just got Ryan just saying. So you're not alone, Lisa. Other people have the same thing going on. Well, I can't let Eric sleep with stuff like that because he wakes up in a fright all the time. Like the just calmest sleep. He'd be so just calm. Just I'm sound asleep. A child appears out of nowhere, and Eric's like, woo!
No, that's not it. Get out of town.
No joke.
Get out of town.
Ask any of my children. Abigail, if you're on here, I need verification. Caleb, I need verification. Just wakes up. He just wakes straight out of sleep. And he's not even like still. He doesn't just scream. He's like, woo! He's like trying to fight people, like throwing punches. I was like, I don't, if I push him around at night, if like he comes in my space because I don't want him breathing on me, I'm like, baby, roll over. Because I learned real quick, I had to be quiet and careful to move him.
That's right.
Because if I started moving him fast, he might like start swinging on me. I'm like, baby, move. Move, baby. It's okay. Move, baby. Wake up. Go that way. But if I get up to go to the bathroom or I hear something like a kid's sick and I come back into our bedroom You better believe I'm like walking like this in case he jumps up, starts throwing punches, because he just wakes up. And I'm usually like, it's okay. It's just me. It's okay. Go back to sleep. He does good though. He'll go right back to sleep. Dead sleep. Wake up.
Why are you acting like I'm an infant?
Because you're just
you're
like
complimenting me on how
sleep.
quickly I go back to bed.
Because I'm trying to be calm with you. Just calm. Look, waiting for Abigail to verify. She's scared. Oh, little Frenchie's in here. Hey, girl, how you doing?
Hey, girl.
We're just talking about how Eric screams like a little girl when he wakes up at night.
Okay, no, that's not what we were talking about. It was nothing like that.
You sleep with Daddy Beans.
I need to put this on mute for a second. I need to talk to you.
Oh my gosh. Do the rollers fall out of Eric's beer when that happens? No, he don't sleep with the rollers anymore. He just uses the hot ones in the morning. He puts them in, gives a few minutes, puts his contacts in, brushes his hair right there and right here.
Oh, now we're good.
And then he takes his hot rollers out.
You're just attacking me on every front tonight. What is going on? Is this what happens when we don't talk throughout the week?
This is our catch up. It wasn't even there the one time when Ruth was having puppies. It was Caleb. So we're going to need Caleb. That's exactly what I do. I'm like, it's okay. Shh. That's pretty much. I don't think I actually slept for 17 years. I thought what mom said. Oh, it's true. It's true. Paybacks. Yeah. When you have kids, you just don't sleep hardly. I'm a light sleeper.
Are you?
I wouldn't wake my husband with anything but an alarm clock sound. He would punch the air in a second. Kind of mean, but I had a clock handy when I needed. Well, no, see, that's the thing. Eric don't wake up to his clock. His alarm clock will go off and it'll be on, and it's like do 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 whatever weird thing he has on, and then he like turns it off, but he doesn't really turn it off awake. He just like hits it and stays asleep.
It's called snooze.
And then it's like do 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 do, and I'm like, oh dear Lord, please. So he has to hit snooze like 3 times, and I'm like, for the love, could you just? I'm awake. I've been awake for 23 minutes. Because like, why is snooze not an even? Like, why is it not like 5-minute snooze, 10-minute snooze? It's got to be like 7-minute snooze or like 9-minute snooze. It don't make any sense.
You can set the snooze to whatever. How old are you? How do you not know that you can set a snooze up to whatever
I don't
you
hit
want?
Snooze.
That's because you don't have to wake up.
When I do wake up, I don't need to hit snooze.
That's because you're.
I just hear it and
that's because you have finished your slumber. The sun is up. The roosters are crowing. You roll over nice and easy. You don't have traffic you got to go sit in. This tough life that you live.
Hey, Rochelle, how are you? We're talking about Eric screams like a girl and don't wake up for his alarm. That's it. You haven't missed much. It's not much. You haven't missed much.
I don't really think that's what we were talking about, though.
Pretty much is. Pretty sure it is. Hey, we have our guest we need to bring up, and we're about that time.
I know. Now I got to get myself together, or I'm going to be grumpy when they get up here.
She learned how to count by 9s really quickly in school. Eric learns how to count by 9s from his alarm. Because he knows he only has so many minutes to get until his alarm's going to go off. You know?
Not funny.
It's funny. Cheryl was dreaming she was being attacked, and I was dreaming I was fighting off an attacker. We woke up, I was holding Cheryl down with her fighting me off. Eric, that life does stink, I can sure. Hey, you need to stop for a second. You need to make sure he has a plan in place before we start talking about retirement.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I don't mean to tell anybody's business, but some person that I know that may or may not be a sister-in-law used to do a lot of sleepwalking, and in the middle of the night, she would go and like eat all the mayonnaise out of the refrigerator.
She would sleep eat.
Yeah, but how do you always pick mayonnaise? I mean, are you just going to the same spot, or are you just like inadvertently grab the container with the blue lid?
Maybe, she was sleep eating. She didn't know what it was. She just knew it was something yummy and she wanted to eat it.
That's not yummy, man. That's disgusting.
It's good on a sandwich.
Well, yeah, but could you eat a spoonful at a time?
No, but she was sleeping. Maybe she thought it was like chocolate and she was dreaming it was chocolate.
Now, if it was peanut butter, sign me up.
Maybe she was dreaming it was peanut butter.
Sign me up. If it is all in my dream, it tastes like peanut butter, I don't care what it is.
But you wake up and your stomach hurts because you just ate like 8 pounds of peanut butter.
That's good.
No, if I'm going to eat, I'm going to enjoy it.
It's worth it.
I'm going to be awake and I'm going to enjoy it.
Well, look, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It's beginning to go downhill really quick.
All right, so we got our visitors coming up here. Let's just go ahead and pull them up here.
Margie.
This is the one, the only. I can't say Ryan and Jamie because there's more than them, but Mad Acre, the one and only Mad Acre. You may know them as Ryan and Jamie.
There you go.
What's going on,
Hey.
guys?
Hello.
Hey,
How we
can you
doing,
hear
guys?
us okay?
Yep. We hear good.
We can hear you just
Good.
fine.
I'm sorry that you can hear us.
Not at all. I like your green screen.
That's not a green
Oh,
screen.
not a-
If you watch the
What is
video,
it?
you would know that
I
that's
didn't see
like
that.
wallpaper in their living room or kitchen area.
I didn't see that before.
Now you know
My
who watches the
office.
videos.
Hmm.
See, look.
That's cool. I have seen their videos. Hello.
So-
I added stuff to his notes list about your videos. Just saying.
Right on. I was at work today and I noticed there were additional questions. Now it was only 2, but I'll take what I can get.
And I corrected one of his. I was like, this is a stupid question. We already know.
It's not, sometimes the questions aren't about what I do or don't know. It's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to present to the people in the chat so that
Mhm.
they can get to know our visitors.
True. Very true. Okay.
Do
Proceed
you have
with
any
the
questions?
No, you have
I'm
intro
gonna
questions.
beat the tea this
You
time.
have intro questions.
I feel
I
like
have-
we're in court.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in
I
court.
have
Nobody's in
intro.
court.
or marriage
He has
counseling.
intro questions.
So,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
before we get too far into this party, as Jim is mentioning,
Yeah.
is your whole wall the cows?
This is
About
very
a third
important.
of it.
John.
It's
About
like
a third.
third. It's a
Would
third.
you
It's a
mind
third.
turning the camera so I can see the cow that is over your shoulder, Ryan? I want to see the face.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yes, sir.
Dairy cow.
Okay,
Dairy? It's a
you're
dairy.
good. Okay, I was curious. So one of the things that I had to do when we moved onto the farm was I had to learn what cows were which, and I had to learn quickly which ones were beef, which ones were dairy, which ones were ornamental. And there was a whole learning curve with somebody who did not grow up around these types of animals that I had to learn
Yeah.
quickly, because we would go to buy things and I'd look at it and I'm like, that doesn't look like the picture I saw online. And I asked the guy, I'm like, well, it's mainly this type of cow. And I'm like, so I drove an hour and a half to get a cow that mainly looks like something else. Okay. Thanks
Well,
for
what
wasting
are
my
these,
time.
Eric? Are these dairy or what are they?
Yeah, they're
They
definitely.
look like they're dairy, but you
Yeah.
can't be sure.
Yeah, you
They
can.
could be a multi.
You can tell. You can tell by the faces and the coloring, and then also the horns. And that's what
Yeah,
that's
so
what I was.
we bought this. When we moved in, Ryan claimed this place. He said this will be my office. And I'm like, it's all you, buddy. It's all
That's
you.
cool.
And so he
I
claimed
like
it.
Yeah. Well, when we
But
moved
90%
in,
of the stuff in here is hers.
What?
90% of the stuff in my office
That's
is
cool.
hers.
It's true. It's true.
hey, well, I don't know about you, Ryan, but I realized quickly that when I got married, that what's the old saying? What's yours is hers, and what's hers is hers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It sums it up.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
You know?
yeah, I have years ago we got rid of the box spring and the whatever that type of bed with the springs and everything. We got rid of that bed and we went with the what is it called? The Posturepedic, not Posturepedic. What is it called?
It's one of those just ones they come in a box and they unroll and they foam up and all that. You know, the special foamy ones. I don't know. Everybody
Yeah.
has them. You
Yeah.
just put them
Yeah.
on a platform, right?
Yeah. So I built this.
Does it help with your
platform.
night terrors?
No, it don't.
Come on, Ryan. We were getting along great. We were getting along great.
It don't help with none of that.
My
These
bad.
questions, these questions,
I just caught that.
these questions are going to start getting really tough in about 3 seconds, buddy.
Oh, all his questions are like, "Hi, what is your name again? Where do you live?" Like that's his questions. I'm like, dude, we know who they are and where they live.
We got to ease into it.
I'm like, I literally said in our little thumbnail, they're from Iowa. Like, I'm like,
I
you can't
saw
even-
that.
I'm like,
I
dude,
saw that.
Okay, how many people? We had 40 people almost at one point.
yeah. When you start
How many?
having night terror
How
stuff
many thumbs up did you get on your community tab?
on my community tab, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. Once I
I
post it,
bet
it's
you-
done.
I bet you because people don't read that stuff.
But they set the reminder and it has in the caption reminder thing
Anyway,
in the picture. Like I legit wrote it in the picture.
So what I wanted to share with Ryan and only Ryan
Oh,
was when
Earmuffs.
when I built this platform there's a little area under each side of our bed where you can put things like, whatever is important to you, whether it's little knickknacks, shoes.
Nah, he didn't label.
books.
He didn't label and say this is your area. What's important to you?
Well, apparently the side that I sleep on is not my side because I go to look for my house slippers or my shoes.
Oh, they're out in the living room.
And there's 14 pairs of little Converse
Your
shoes,
stuff is laying out in the living room.
slip-ons.
My stuff is under his side because it's closest to the door. Like my stuff is all the way around by the window. That's too far.
Yeah.
I'm taking my shoes off and just slide them under his side.
Yeah.
It's not worried. It's not a big deal because his stuff is laying out in the rest of the house.
Well, but could you imagine, Ryan, having to walk an additional 10 feet to put your shoes on your side of the room? I mean, that would be ridiculous.
Maybe as ridiculous as putting your own shoes away when they're left out in the house.
We're doing a video.
I know.
I need
You know
evidence.
what? I will tell you this. He has more closet space than I do, and he
do.
takes up more dressers than I do.
I do.
And he has more shoes than I do.
I do. That's because I run through shoes a lot, though.
No,
But-
I'm just saying.
But she takes all the pillows. She's
Okay.
a pillow hog.
Okay. Pillows.
I don't think that's equal, man. I'm sorry.
It's not.
That's
What,
two
pillows?
completely different things.
I have broad shoulders, so I need to make sure I have an adequate amount of pillows. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair. I do have to ask this. This may sound personal, but what size bed do you have?
Ooh.
It's a queen bed.
I'm
we used to have a king in Colorado, and then he's like, let's sell it all and move back to Iowa. And so we did.
Well, the anticipation was to get a smaller house.
And so we settled for our guest bed, which
I
was
wouldn't
a
say
queen.
settle. It's more of a compromise, a financial compromise. Made financial sense.
Do you guys do marriage counseling? By chance?
Yeah, Thursday Night Live.
This is where I learned not to have thin skin because this woman, good grief.
Yes,
She
I
has
know
all
your
week
pain.
to say stuff like this to me, and she saves it all for tonight.
What are you
I get
talking
it
about?
all day.
I'm sorry, man. It's tough.
I feel your pain.
Marriage is tough.
That's why I have my little box of little Debbie's, and I go sit in the corner and I cry.
You consult yourself by eating, huh?
Yes.
All right, got it.
Well,
So anyway,
okay.
did you have any questions?
Just stop. Yeah, I have a whole phone full right here. Ready?
This is all right. Anyway, so for people who didn't read the community tab, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you were from, I guess, and then how you wound up in Iowa.
You want to do it?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, we're originally from Iowa, so in our career, mainly Jamie career, took us from Iowa to Illinois, and then from Illinois to Colorado, and then our son graduated, and I was looking for something different from the career path to the corporate world, and I always wanted to own a farm. So after our son graduated from high school, I said, you know what, it's time to go back home with all the craziness in the world and start a farm. So that's what we did.
Yeah. So he kind of chased me around the country, chasing my dreams. And then
Yeah.
and then I don't know, something kind of hit 2020, and we decided to come back home and kind of change things up a bit.
Yeah. For the best.
Yeah.
So do you work outside of the farm now, or did you like give up everything and now you're just farming?
Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
That
But
would
no,
be
we
way
still have our
cool.
corporate careers.
Yeah.
Fortunately, our corporate careers are virtual.
Yep.
So it gives us ability. We work from home, and it gives us ability to do the farming and
Yep.
work.
So we do. It's pretty cool. We're blessed with being able to work virtually.
So have you ever found yourself doing a virtual conference or on a phone call while you were outside dealing with the animals?
I today.
Really?
Yes, I was on a Zoom meeting today, and it was with senior leadership.
Wow.
And I had to water the pigs because the water was frozen for the pigs, and so I had to go water the pigs, and I wasn't on mute, and they had to mute me. It was embarrassing.
Oh
But-
my goodness.
But they love her though. They love her. Everybody talks about Jamie Madison and how awesome she is at work. We work together too.
Oh, we do.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, well,
Wow.
it's 24/7.
Yes, we're together 24/7.
24/7.
I could do that
Yeah.
though. If I had to work with her.
I don't mind it, but when everybody tell you how much they love your wife, they never say anything about you.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I mean, you're cool.
I'm the asterisk. Oh yeah, Ryan. I'm the +1 on everything.
It's not a +1.
Yeah, well, why don't you?
I like sprinkle some glitter on that.
Yeah, no, I'm a +1. I'm the footnote.
Who's the boss?
When it
on the
comes to
job.
what?
On the job.
She's a manager. I'm not. I don't have that kind of patience.
I see.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
as a good manager, you should lift up your subordinates.
Yeah.
Are you a manager, Eric?
I am.
See?
Yes.
But I don't
Yes.
work for him. I don't even pay attention to the chalkboard, so he
No.
can't even.
No. Hey, she wouldn't be able to work with me. She would hate me if she worked for me because I would make her do the work she's supposed to do.
I'd be like, "Oh, that's your punch list? All right, cool. I'm out."
Yeah. If I had her working for me because I love her so much, I'd be like, dude, now I gotta do everything for her and me because she's just not doing it, and people are gonna start talking about how bad she is.
I would do my work though. I would just
Would you?
grumble at you. Yeah.
Well, nobody wants a grumbler.
Well, that's why I wouldn't work on you. That's why I just stay home and do my wifely duties here.
I need to get a pad of paper and just start taking notes on all these comments. We got a lot to talk about.
You should go
tonight.
back and rewatch the video, get a replay on your phone. That'll help get some watch.
Boost those that watch hours.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh. Belinda and Chuck are here.
So tonight I had I work in high rise industry.
Rochelle.
And so I had an elevator issue that I was trying to coordinate with one of the guys that was on site, as well as trying to get a protein tub out of one of my pastures with the 9-year-old, or excuse me, the 10-year-old, and a wheelbarrow. And so of course I had to make it fun for him. I'm like, I'll race you back to the house because I couldn't talk to the guy. I'm in the middle of the pasture and it's so windy here. And I was like, man, I'm out in the pasture. Give me 3 minutes and I'll call you. Just give me a minute. So, people that you work with, though, they know that you obviously live this type of lifestyle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. They're very supportive. We have a really great.
We work for an awesome company.
We do.
Yeah.
We do work for a really great company, and all the folks support us, and they're always, excuse me, talking about
what we do.
Yeah, like our videos.
They live through us when it comes to our farm life. So
yeah,
which is
it's
cool.
fun.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and I think that and that's why I had asked that, because I know for me, people, they definitely live vicariously through us. And then when you share some kind of like simple knowledge of like farm life, and they're just like, "What? I didn't know that." And it's just it's really interesting, when you start sharing all these different facts with them, because that's one thing that we always try to point back to, is like this huge disconnect between people and where their food comes from.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's something that I feel like people should know, and they probably are interested to know. They just don't know where to go look or take the time to find it.
Yeah, a lot of the farming knowledge hasn't really been passed down or really broadcasted to different people, so they don't have the understanding. We're learning day by day ourselves, because we have no experience, we're first generation when it comes to farming, so we have no knowledge whatsoever. So we learn by trial by fire.
Yeah, so it looks like they said, how do you like the CSA and how did you get it started? So
this is going to be our first year doing the CSA.
Yeah.
So we just said we're doing it. We just go for it. So we put it out. We have an e-commerce site.
Yep.
So we put our shares on our e-commerce for people to purchase, and then
we limited our shares.
Yes, for our first year.
Yeah. So so we basically we're making it a little bit smaller so we can make sure that we can service the community, whoever's interested in the CSA share, and then we also are doing a little bit of advertisement on our Facebook, and then I think we're going to do a little bit more as we get closer.
Yeah, it's closer to growing season, which is we're going to start starting our seeds next in March here.
And then we also just got accepted to to take
Snap.
Snap. So we also just got accepted to accept Snap at the farmers market and then do a direct sale to people who qualify for Snap. So we thought that was actually pretty cool.
Yes.
So for people who aren't really sure, what is the CSA? Maybe explain that if you don't mind.
Community supported agriculture. What it is your customers can invest in you as a farm in the starting stages of the growing season, and then what they do is they're allotted so many groceries per week for the growing season. So it's kind of a win-win for the farmer as well as your customers, because the simple fact is it takes that stress of the financial stress off the farmer, and then it guarantees the customer their crops, their groceries or their produce for the growing season.
Yeah.
That's really cool that you, excuse me, got approved to do the Snap too, because we were talking about this over on our Monday morning podcast a few weeks ago, how you can use the Snap to purchase items at your farmer's market and so other different places like that. And you can also use it to purchase your actual veggies and fruits and all your starts from like the big box stores too, which is really awesome. So that's really cool that you got a chance to do that, because I know that's going to be a huge help to people that just may need to do that.
Yeah. We're excited that we're able to do it just because,
it opens a different avenue of customers for us, but also on top of that, it gives people the ability to buy organic or different growing products.
And they know where the food comes from.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
She said it a lot better than I did.
Yeah, I did.
But what
nailed
else?
it.
Way to pat yourself on the back there, Chief.
Hey, don't talk to your supervisor like that.
Hey, it's after hours. I'm the boss now.
This is going to be in your annual review, buddy.
This is going to be on hers. I'm the CEO now.
After hours, yeah. You switch jobs.
Yes. What I was going to say,
But I watched the around the hay bale, and we were talking. I almost put something in there, to say that, but I didn't want to, we're just learning, trying to, just kind of what it all entails. So we're excited. I think it's going to be a big deal for people. It really is.
What's cool about us too? There's no grocery store for about 30 minutes.
Well, there's a smaller grocery store.
That's 30 minutes though.
That's but the big box stores are pretty far away.
Yeah, that's even farther.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
that's really going to be awesome. Now, in your CSA, what is somebody asked too? Naked Gardeners asked, what is all included in your CSA?
Yeah. So we're actually we built something on our website. I actually made it in a PowerPoint, and then I converted it to a readable form on our website. But we have a variety of tomatoes. We have your leafy greens. We have radishes,
carrots, pretty much your staples.
And our fruits,
apples, pears, eggs. So everything typical that you'll see at the grocery store, but also less meat. We're not at the meat stage yet, but just pretty much everything that you'll see at your staple grocery store, or that you could potentially grow in your backyard if you had the room to grow. And
the idea for pickup behind it would be that we are going to also participate in a bunch of farmers markets. So the idea of doing the CSA is so that we can, build something for our community, and also be able to kind of build for ourselves as well, and really learn about self-sustainability too, because that's important to us as well.
Yes.
So we kind of want to do both.
Yes.
But the way we would actually deliver the product to the customer is we'd go through farmers markets. They can meet us at the local farmers markets that we're going to participate, or they can do direct farm pickup.
Yes.
Nice. That's awesome.
But if you want to check out our list, you can go to www.madacrefarms.com.
That's a shameless plug, and I'm so sorry, you guys.
That's good. Do it.
Wow.
That's good.
He should feel dirty. You should. Oh.
No, not at all. And if
I just brought up the podcast, so it's cool. I got you. Don't you worry.
If maybe one of the mods could drop their.
I can try to do it. What is it? It's just Mad Acre Farms.
Yeah, madacrefarms.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay, so you live in Iowa. I heard it's a little bit chilly there right now.
It is.
What kind of what kind of acreage do you have that you're growing all these vegetables and stuff for other people to purchase?
So our actual market garden is just a 1/4 acre garden, but our property itself is 4 acres, a little bit over 4 acres.
Okay.
But we hope to expand the market garden to a 1/2 acre eventually.
I've never met somebody with as big of a dream that this guy has. He's always, ever since the day that we met, and I'm not kidding, he's always wanted a farm, and he's always had a plan, right? And so now that we're closer to this plan, like he has a vision. Like he wakes up in the morning, he comes out, and I'm not kidding, like he literally skips outside. He's like skipping as he goes, and he's like, waving his little wand, like, I'm gonna have a grocery store here, and we're gonna have a fairy mailbox here where kids can
Stop
drop
putting my
their
business on the
wishes.
street.
And,
You see what I gotta go through?
and like it's just
But here's the thing though. She's not telling you the fact that she's out there in the middle of the pasture with the pigs dancing.
I am.
Well, pigs are pretty
I
awesome.
am.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
They are.
She's doing the
I had a rough
warm-up.
day. I had a rough day Monday, and I like literally went out there and grabbed Peter and like hugged him. And I'm like, if people come
Yes.
out here, they're gonna be like, "What in the world?" And I just like laid there, and I was like, "I love you, Peter." And he was just like,
Yes.
"Seriously, lady, I don't know what you're doing right now. Am I going to go die now? What's happening?" And he probably was afraid because we had just taken his family in like 2 weeks ago, and he like got away with it. And here he is, and I'm like hugging him and like loving him. But some pigs are awesome though. They're like soothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
But see, I did watch the video though where you, Jamie, were talking about how like your perspective and like your story about how you kind of just did, which was really cool because I think you started and you were like, I'm just going to tell you really quick. And then it was like a long video and people in the comments were like, ooh, quick video. And I was like, ooh, people just being ugly, razzing her. I was interested.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was good. But it was so funny that because people were like, oh, that was a long 2 minutes. It's a really long story there, Jamie.
I know.
Well, she
The
said some
comments were
false
pretty
pretense.
salty.
She said 30 seconds.
Yeah.
She said 30 seconds.
I did. I deserved every bit of those comments.
Yeah.
But it was a good video and it was really cool because I like to see your perspective on it too, because I thought it was really interesting because you were like, this has kind of always been his thing. And he just kind of was going along with me for a while. And now we're back here. And it seems like as much as you may have not been like, yeah, let's do this. You're kind of like, okay, let's do this now. Like,
Yes,
I feel like
true.
that's a lot how I've been in my life because it doesn't matter whatever Eric says. Usually he's like, hey, this is where I feel like the Lord's leading us. And then we always do it together. And sometimes at first I'm kind of like, but most of the time, because
she said it earlier, she grumbles. That's all.
Sometimes
she
I
does.
grumble at first, but I will follow him anywhere. I will do whatever he wants for us to do as a family because I know that that's the plan that God has set before us. And I know that he spent time waiting and asking for that. And so I trust that. I mean, yeah, but I get it. Like I feel that when you were talking, I was like, yeah, I get her because I would do what, I mean, he was just like, hey, Monica, I feel like the Lord wants us to move away from Maryland. You know, the place we've lived in our entire lives, never known anything else besides this. All our people and family and friends and everybody we love is here. Yeah, I think God wants us to leave this and go somewhere else. And I'm like, but I did because I know and I trust that that's what God had for us. And I know that this is the plan. That's great. But I felt that so much when I was watching your video. I was like, yeah, girl, I get it. I get you.
Yeah.
You know,
I
you
think
go
you're
whatever and embrace it.
You're absolutely right. Like you just, I wish we would have did this a long time ago. Like I do. And it's just, it's an amazing feeling and you just trust. It's just, you trust.
Yeah. You just have to go with the flow sometimes. You look good at going with the flow. I like that you're just going with the flow. You're just like, all right, he's a big dreamer. I'm just going to wake up and say, okay, what are we going to do today?
Well,
Leanne's wanting to know how
I
old
wish it
y'all
was that easy.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he's 50.
Yeah, right.
I'm just kidding.
If I'm 50, she's way older than me. Let me tell you that.
No,
wait, we got a cougar over here?
Stop.
Oh, I can't say that. Am I not allowed to say that?
No, my mom could be listening.
Monica,
my mom's a cougar.
Whoa.
Okay.
My kind of lady.
But
I'm 41 and he's 40.
See, they're babies. They're younger than us. See?
You can't say babies.
They're
They're
younger.
not that much
They're
than
younger
us.
though. It's okay. It's never too late to start over. See, just like that right there.
So,
It's
you know,
true.
it's funny, Ryan, you know, I think a lot of times that's what balances out a good marriage and good family dynamic is, you know, having someone that is, you know, a visionary or a dreamer,
Mhm.
and then the other one that try to help keep you grounded, you know, do things
Yes.
at the right pace instead of, you know, we've seen so many people that get so excited about living a life like that. And before you know it, it's no longer a joy, it's misery because they've just jumped head first into everything they could possibly afford. And, you know, they just get so overwhelmed with everything. But
Mhm.
I wanted to ask a question. I had somebody had asked me once when we were being interviewed, they asked me the question, you know, well, us, what made us want to live on a ranch like this? And, you know, I told him that it was just something, even as like a kid, where you would watch those old Western movies and you would see the cattle being driven across the plains and you would see the dust up in the air and, you know, the whistling and the lassoing and just.
It's not real life though.
It's not real life at all, but it was just something about the work, you know.
Nostalgia of it. I hear
Yeah, and for me,
No, he just wanted to get dirty. He was like, that looks like fun.
for,
I love
for
working
me,
real hard and getting dirty all day, not going
Well-
until 9 p.m. at night. So fun.
I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, farming is not for weak people. You know, it's not for physically or mentally. It's just not.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of, and I'm never good with big words, so Monica will have to correct me, or Miss Manager over here, Jamie. Yeah, it takes some fortitude to.
Yes,
is that
it
right?
does.
Yeah. Good word.
Yes.
It takes fortitude to be able to get out there.
I'm not asking you to spell it. Don't worry.
Thank you. To push through those long nights, you know, it's just like, especially now, you know, well, there's like 2 parts of the year down here that it's miserable. The first part is when it gets really cold, and when I say really cold, it's not really cold like you guys, but the winds are stupid ridiculous, and then nobody wants to do anything while it's daylight. They wait for Dad to get home, and then we work through the night.
We don't want to do it then either, but we have to then.
But anyway, and then the other part is in the middle of summer when it's like 120 degrees outside and you just want to like fall to the ground and just die. You're done because it's so hot, you know.
That's my favorite time of year though.
As Monica's peering through the window. Like,
not true.
Hey,
It's too cold in our house.
are you okay out there?
I set our AC at 80 degrees and it's always too chilly because it's just
She's like, do you need some
I love
water?
me outside.
You look like a raisin.
get out of here. Get out of here.
Anyway,
But it takes a lot. So what based upon that question that Eric went way long on, what made you guys want to do that?
Yeah, what was it that what was it in you that made you want to have a farm?
Because we're first generation too, if you think about it. We weren't raised like this. We were raised in the suburbs, right outside of the city. Yeah. So we get it.
I guess as a kid, I used to hang out with my grandmother a lot, and she grew her own food and fed her entire family off the food that she grew. And so I want to say I was about 3rd, 4th grade. I had my own garden. We lived in an apartment, but I had a garden outside my apartment. And I don't know. I just always wanted to have a farm. It's just I knew I could make a living farming. I mean, farming is not like say wealthy. You're gonna get wealthy, but it's rewarding in other sense of, you know, the day-to-day job, the task, and working with the animals, seeing the fruits of your labor. In some careers, you don't see that. You know, you just someone there pushing a keyboard, and you don't see the fruits of your labor, but you get a paycheck, and there's no gratification or satisfaction from that. Where a farm, not only can I make a living from farming, but I can provide the future generations of our family with a source of income as well. So our goal is to eventually pass this on to our sons, and then once he has kids, pass it on to them as well. So that's the primary goal.
So you said your son graduated from high school. Does he still live with you, or is he off in college?
No,
what's he up to?
No. He actually decided to take a different route. He has 2 jobs and working and living life right now.
So we actually, like, we wanted him to go to college. So he did a semester of college right when kind of the pandemic started, and it was kind of all virtual for the kid. And he came to us and said, "Hey, it's not for me." And so we said,
I don't remember that conversation.
Well, he did. Well, he came to me and he said, "It's not for me." And I said, "Well, it's one of those things where if you elect to go a different route, you're on, you got to take care of yourself, right? And we can't continue to take care of you." And so he went and got a couple jobs, and he's out on his own, paying for his own apartment and everything. But there's not a lot of places you can do that. Like in Iowa, like that gives kids like him, his age, the ability to grow. I feel like, because when we were in Colorado, there's no way a kid his age could really do that and really provide because of the cost of living, right? In Chicago, you couldn't do that. Here in Iowa, he's able to do that and build that and really understand to honestly here, he could fail fast and really pick himself up pretty quickly.
I'm around you, and you don't bore these people.
Sorry,
She's very passionate about our child.
I'm sorry.
How dare you, Jamie, have a passion for your child? I cannot believe this. This is a homesteading channel. We don't care about families and kids.
It's so true that
she's a helicopter mom. Didn't she just have a video?
Oh, he totally did, dude.
Hey, to let you know, she has her own YouTube channel. Just Jamie. It's all about her helicopter mommy.
Can we drop that link?
Just Jamin.
No.
It's just Jamin.
No, I'm not like searching for subs. I'm not searching for subs.
But it's all helicopter mom stuff. I kid you not.
That's hilarious.
Just out of curiosity, did you see my recent short about the helicopter cow?
Yeah, that's why I said
it. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Our oldest son, didn't want to go to college. He was homeschooled his whole life. He didn't want to do college. He's like, "This is not for me. It's not my jam." I was like, "That's fine, but you got to figure it out." So he's married now. He just turned 22. He's been married for 10 months. Him and his wife both work. But if we were in Maryland, where we lived and we grew up, he would have not been able to get away without going to college. You would have had to go straight into a trade school, straight into this. He didn't go into a trade school. He worked at the feed store. He did what he needed to do. And then he found another job. And now he works for a great company and everything. She said, "Spell it." I'm trying to find it. Like Karma's trying to find it.
It's Jamin is Jamine. Why you cover my mouth like they got to see my mouth to spell it? It's Jamine, just Jamin.
Oh my gosh! Look,
I'm
she's
sorry.
busted like Eric and Miss.
Comments later.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I couldn't see your mouth. What did you say?
But it's true. It's very true. There's more opportunities in certain places, and that's how it is for us. There's more opportunity here, and that just like our second boy, he's 20 years old. He's working construction right now. He didn't go to college, and he had intended on going right away. And he was like, "Mom, it's just not. I'm trying to figure this out right now. Like, let's just do." I'm like, "Cool. You don't have to go to college. There's so many things you can do." But in Maryland,
for me, I want him to go to college. Yeah, I do want him to go to college.
I honestly, like, were you just slightly disappointed? Like, just slightly? Was it just no?
No, because he went to trade school. He went to trade school and got his degree, got what he needed. And then as an adult, as in like a real adult, like I'm not talking about like I'm 21, I'm an adult. No, like you're 26, 27, 28. We were adults together. We were older adults with children. And that's when we both decided we were going to go do college stuff in our separate times. He went to school, got his master's of theology, got his bachelor's degree, got all these degrees. I got my, certificate so that I could, because I had an associate's degree, but that's as far as I went. My mom was so disappointed. She was like, "You said you wanted to be a teacher." And I'm like, "I got 2 years of college under my belt. I'm done, Mom. I'm just done. I'm married. I want to have kids. I want to start a family." And I knew that she was disappointed to a certain point, but I'm like, I'm happy with my boys. I'm proud of them. And they may want to go to a tech school. Maybe they'll want to do college when they're adults, when they're, future adults. But right now I'm happy with them. They're out in the world and they're doing their thing and they're making money and paying their bills. And that's good for me. Now Luke's still living with us, but I'm okay with him living with us and still, as long as he's working hard and trying to figure things out, because I feel like that's kind of our job, because once he's gone, then, I want to see him flourish that way too. So.
I feel like I was just like pushing him and pushing him. I was being that helicopter mom saying, you know, you should go to college because that's what you should do. You
They
know,
asked me to drop the link. I'm gonna go ahead.
No, you're not. But anyway, so I just felt like I pushed him so much, you know. But honestly, like I'm looking back, like I'm so proud. He's working and he's paying his own bills, and like he's self-sufficient, right? And the goal behind what we're doing here is for him and hoping that, you know, we build something that he wants to be a part of. So I just wish we would have done this sooner, so he could have been more of a part of it.
I mean, Caleb was 14 when we moved here, and he didn't really embrace the farm life. He was like, yeah, okay. I mean, I don't think he has dreams of having a big farm one day and doing all that. Hey, gardening with Goody, by the way. I don't think he's really like, yeah, I'm going to be a gardener one day. I'm going to be a farmer one day. I think that when him and Emma buy a house, they want a little bit of space so they can do it if they want to. But I don't think their big dream is to be farmers. I think it's just to be able to have space to have their kids grow and play and have a family and do those things. And, you know, so even if you had gotten here earlier, it may not have been, you know,
for me, you know, as Monica said, you know, I'm part of the blue collar world, and my goal has always been with the kids is to teach them how to work with their hands. And that way, if they ever need a job, they'll always, as long as you can work with your hands, you will always be able to find something. And, you know, I've always told them, if you want to go to college, you know, that's fine, but you at least know how to work with your hands. I can't tell you, how many people I've met along the way that have.
They put the link up. They got the link up. So
awesome.
everybody can
Good, because I'm not technology savvy. I'm over here working hard trying to get this link.
Our mods got it. They got it. So everybody go over there and sub that channel just to mess with Jamie now, whether she wants subs or not. Let's bust that thing out.
I don't. Yeah.
Make her go viral, please.
That's so embarrassing.
Just Jamin.
She has no sub count. She has no sub count there. We can't see it.
You got
it. It's like 3.
I thought it was.
I don't know. I thought it was 3.
No, this may not be it. Hold on. Making video to educate and inspire. No, I don't think this is it.
No, that's not her.
That's not it.
Hey, what was the next question, Eric?
How long has your other channel been up?
Okay, I wanted to ask about your. I did. It was a question earlier, but I wanted to ask about your. Hey, Callie Pooh Bear, how are you, girl? I wanted to ask about your. Sorry, I saw that. I was going crazy. I wanted to ask about your obstacle course and your barn, because I saw the video and you were explaining it, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. And then I'm like, wait, she wants to use it for like people, like a.
Is this American Ninja Warrior going on?
Dude, yeah, she's got. You didn't watch that video, Eric?
Well, we got to
anyway, but like the whole bottom of the barn is like stuff. So I'm like, how's she gonna get people up in the like obstacle course? They'll be like, oh, look at the quail, look at the bunnies, look at the horse crap over there. Like, how are you gonna get like people to come? What is it, like the self-guided tour of the barn? Like,
this is Iowa. People don't care about that.
And then they go upstairs and like work it out. Like what?
So you can tell who the real farmers is. Monica's over here.
No,
worried
I don't
about
care
smells.
about all that. I don't care about all the smells. But I just think it's funny because I'm like, how is that going to work? Like you can have like an elevator, like stairs just going up to the loft part. Okay, so I gotta have your
right.
No, it has a ladder. It has a ladder. It's the hay loft.
I saw her going up there because you had the camera on her booty. Like while she was going up there, you were trying to not put it on her booty, but you were like booty shotting it. I was like,
I was trying to put it on the booty.
When the husband is videoing and she's going up like a staircase, like a little and I was like, I know he's not gonna get you. He got her booty. So anyway, because I was just thinking about Eric taking videos of me, and I'd be like, stop with my booty. Like I'd be down there yelling at him.
Videos of you.
Because stop. Anyway, Eric.
This is a family show.
You being the video guy, and she was going on to show her portion of the barn. She was like climbing up to the top.
Can you just let him explain?
Okay, so go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So, I got this.
Go ahead.
So, okay, so that's my favorite part, the barn. So, but he wants to redo that entire barn, right? So we would have to build something to that. But
no, we won't.
Okay, anyways.
Absolutely not.
That's where I was confused too. I was like, no, they're not going to walk through all that stuff, are they?
Let her explain.
But we're gonna
Let her
redo it. So
explain.
honestly, like back in the day, like that thing, yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. So really the plan behind it though really is that like this home has a history to it. We haven't really talked much about it, but we will eventually, but we really haven't said much about it. But what the idea behind it is to get it back to what it was and really make this home a part of the community and make it a destination. And so with that in mind, we want to kind of get it back to the way it was and make it functional with all like the rope walks and the big
Yeah.
swings and
But what we use it for is like a part of our CSA. If people want to come out
dropping that
and
idea.
well, that's what
He's been talking about this
She was
idea.
getting long-winded, so I thought I should take over. But
He's like, ooh, she's gonna
what
slap
what
me.
we gonna use it for, like for our customers like CSA, or we also want to make our farm a destination where people can come and enjoy get a glimpse of the farm life, but also have workshops and learning opportunities on the farm and give kids stuff to do. So we will make that space accessible to them.
Yeah, with a really, really great liability waiver.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was just looking because I'm like, okay, that's cool, but they got to climb straight up to get to it. I was like, so like you're just like chilling, hanging out, touring the farm, doing the downstairs barn stuff, and you're like, okay, come upstairs and play. I'm like, how does that work? Like, that's kind of weird. Like were the kids working in the basement and then they let them go upstairs and like run some energy out and then put them back to work downstairs in the barn. Look, my head's like, what is happening? Where did this go? Where was this before?
Ryan's sitting there getting all kinds of ideas. He's like, oh yes, sweatshops. I forgot about those.
Wrote it
This
down
is
in my
going to
book.
work out wonderfully.
Yes, it is. They get
Yeah,
play
so-
with play.
They call it a farm experience. It's actually like a sweatshop.
Oh yeah. They're like, Mr. Ryan and Miss Jamie, we're thirsty. Well, you'll get a drink after you get your work done, kid.
After you go out and pick the peppers.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's so much. Oh,
So, all right.
Okay.
Did
So,
you guys get that link before I forget? Did you get? I dropped that link for you. So,
did you?
What? Right.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
I'll drop
I
it
gotta go back
again.
I guess he's not technically advanced
I
now.
hope-
It seems
no,
like he figured it out. Or
I
did
don't
he?
see it.
What?
I don't see it.
I just dropped it again.
You're probably in the wrong chat.
So
I'm
we're-
in the right chat.
He's in a different live while he's in a live? This is epic right here. This is definitely multitasking.
No, I'm in the right live. I'm in Blizz.
He actually checked. That's funny. Okay,
I can't
so
find it. I don't see it.
So one of the questions that someone had asked earlier was about when you talk about the CSA and things like that, is meat products in the future? Is that something that you do want to shoot for? And if so, what types of meats?
Well, we do sell chicken, so we do pasture raised poultry, but our goal is to expand on the poultry, as well as we do quail eggs and quail. I want to get into more quail, and then potentially, if we can acquire more land, maybe get into some pasture raised pork as well. But
Okay.
not too sure. Like I said, we only have 4 acres, but if we can acquire more land in the future, I would like to get into pasture raised pork.
So I feel like Jamie, at some point in the past, maybe when I first met you, and it was on, I believe, Yogi Hollow, one of her lives or something, you came up and you were asking questions about pigs. So you already have pigs, or you didn't at that time, or?
We had potbelly. We have 3 potbelly pigs.
Yeah, and
Okay.
just pets. So.
Just honestly, like everything that
Yeah.
we've gotten so far has been like a almost like a practice run to like the next. You know what I mean? Because like I couldn't imagine having additional animals on the farm right now. Like I really couldn't. Like we have goats, and they are escape artists, and I honestly, it's like having small children again.
Worse than small children.
It's
right?
bad.
Terrorists. That's what they are.
And then with the potbelly pigs, honestly, we got them when they were I mean, they had already been rehomed, I think, at least once or twice. So they're not tame. So they're still trying to get.
It's not that they're not tame; they just not used to human interaction.
I would say that that's not tamed.
No, because they're not like crazy.
Excuse
they're
us,
not,
Lance.
they're not
Excuse
wild.
us.
But I mean, they'll let you come up and pet them.
We're gonna have a little conversation.
No, we're not. Don't go painting our pigs as crazy and wild.
You should put us in the backstage and watch like Mad Acre Fight Club in here.
Should we put some elevator music on and just kind of wait until you guys finish hashing it out? Or
Yes,
you should. You should.
okay,
let's see her carried away in handcuffs. Call the cops.
Is that what the other channel is about?
Jamie's gonna be in her next video. It's gonna be like, "Hi guys, I'm in the top of the barn right now. This is me. He's locked me up in the top of the barn in the obstacle course." It's like her cry for help.
I need to address this statement because I don't know. I don't feel like we argue as much as they do. I need somebody.
We don't argue at all.
Ryan's a mod. Ryan, can you do me a favor and just time her out while you're on?
Eventually, him said Ryan sent proof of life tomorrow. Oh, I did find the right channel. I didn't see that Ryan dropped it, so I went ahead and found it. It's really cute. She's got a cute little picture on the front, and it is a life instructions vlog. Just so you all know, life instructions.
It's a helicopter mom. It's helicopter mom.
Hey, you know what?
We've never done this before, but do you want?
I can't.
Maybe we can pull it up and show it while everybody's watching.
We only have a little bit of time.
It's a smother mother.
We can get her view time up.
Her view times. She has 8 subscribers, and she had 7, but I made it 8.
And we can
Boom, I got you, girl.
We can get her up in double digits. See, this is the thing. They had to step up on most people because she started out on a whole nother channel. So, and then she branched off with all of her success.
She said, I do marriage counseling though. Oh, no. See, it's Leanne again.
Leanne. All right. There we go.
I just shared this live. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh my goodness. Helicopter mom, Jamie, let loose, girl.
So what is your hopes with the pigs? We'll start with that. All right, what are you hoping to learn with these tame but not tame, pet but not pet, pot belly friendly but not friendly pigs?
Well, she's at 10 now.
Well, kind of like you guys did. We use the pigs just to till the area, like because the ground
but
here.
They eat their pigs, Rhino.
Huh?
We're not eating the pot belly.
I know we're not going to.
Do people eat pot belly pigs?
Yeah,
we did.
That's how we started out.
Oh,
so
you
small.
eat the pot. Oh, you did. So you did what? Okay,
so we actually got
so
pot
we're
belly
on the
pigs.
right track.
Yeah, so we started with potbelly pigs. Is kind of where we started from. It was actually kind of like a, hey, we're getting rid of some pigs. You want to go get some? It was actually a petting zoo that kind of like folded, and she like left all her pigs. What a lousy petting zoo. Anyway, I won't talk about that. But we ended up with a bunch of potbelly pigs that were very overweight and not as nice as you would think petting zoo potbelly pigs would be. They ended up like going feral at the end. But we ended up with a bunch of them, and we were like, well, we already have one big pig, but we have all these babies and all these little potbellies. And so Eric was like, can you eat potbellies? I'm like, I mean, it's just pigs. I mean, you can. And it's just super taboo. People don't want to talk about it, but they're pigs and they're pork and they taste just the same. They're pigs. And we are under the rule here where if you're here, you pay for yourself being here. If you're here, not our children, we don't make our children pay, but our animals, if you're on the farm, if you're an animal on the farm, then you're on the payroll. And that means you serve a purpose. And when you're serving a purpose, then you keep going. And then when your purpose is up, your last purpose is to feed us or feed the other animals on a farm. So if you're something that you can't be for us to eat, then the dogs or, something else will consume. But that's the goal here, is to make sure everybody is paying their way. So with your potbelly pigs, I mean, I'm not saying you have to eat them. I'm just saying, what is your goal with them?
We just use them, like I said, they're more of a pet, but also we use them to clear out space. So like we've been moving around in areas that got like really high brush and stuff like that, and let them clear those areas so we can utilize them for other animals.
They've been doing amazing for that. Honestly, like I know, like with Ryan, he wants to eventually get to that point. And for me, like coming and moving out here to a little bit more of a rural life, that was a bit of a change for me, right? And then, getting animals, like I love animals and I look at them a little bit differently, right? But the more and more I continue to watch homesteaders and what they're doing and the why behind it, I'm starting to like form a better understanding of, the why behind it. Like it makes more sense to me, right? So maybe future state we'll get to that point. But I think like for the potbelly pigs, you guys, we have so much cleanup to do around this property. It's crazy. It's like so much. It's ridiculous. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to assist because it's just us two.
Yeah.
And it's hard to stay up on it.
Yeah. And this year we want to clear out a lot of space so we can make room for our goats and expand our chicken operation. So they're gonna be put to work this summer.
Yeah.
Big time.
Sure.
Yeah. So we had a friend of ours that had meat pigs. So they're much larger, but he had some very, very overgrown areas that had everything in there you could imagine, thorns and trees, and they basically stripped that whole area clean.
Yeah.
And then he basically went back through and put the fencing up that he wanted, and then he moved them to the next section. And so that's a smart way of working, especially, when you are just two people, you find ways to be successful. Too many times I've seen people where they complain because I don't have as many kids as you, Eric. I can't do that. And I was like, well, what you don't know is that all my kids aren't out there all the time. I mean, they all have their jobs, but I don't sit the kids out there for 8 hours at a time earning their keep. That's not how it works, And so you try to be creative with the animals you have, and like you said, you put pigs in certain areas that you want them to till up, or turn the soil over, or or goats. I mean, I've seen goats do things like that. My brother's wife grew up with a family that in Louisiana, they actually have I think it was goats or sheep. It was one of the two. And they basically leased them out by the month to go put on pasture land. And they just basically kept the grass short. That's all they were used for.
There's somebody at the farmer's market last year that that's exactly what they did. They went and they leased a bunch of goats. So that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, the cool thing is that especially if you're good with numbers, I'm not a numbers person, Monica is. And so what you try to do is you try to have your litters or your whatever animal you're raising to be dropped right around the time that it takes for them to get to where they're useful, so that you can put them out on land and let them start doing work for you. Because, while you guys are, goofing off on these Zoom calls, they're out there doing the real work.
Hard. Well, that's important to time it out too. If you have animals that are producing litters for you, to be able to time it out so that you can use them certain times of year to put back into your soil and stuff before. So not only that you're going to serve their purpose for meat for us necessarily, but the pigs also will till and they'll turn up the land that we need during that season of their life. So we're very purposeful. We try to be anyway with our animals, all of them, because even with the rabbits, we collect up all that, all the poo and all that for fertilizer. I mean, we try to do as much of that as possible because we don't want any animal that's here to go to waste. And in terms of their full life, they can work while they're here and without necessarily being working. We're not out there like slave driving our animals, but animals are working for us until their life is over, and then they work for us then. I mean, we're getting ready to go pick up 3 hogs from the processor on Saturday, and I can't wait because they serve their purposes, they live their life, and they did what they need to do. So, it's one of those full circle moments too, because they did a really good job while they were here with certain parts of the ground, and now it's time to enjoy them a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So.
I would say I'm mentally there, but she's not there, so we baby step it. I do the chickens, so I don't push it. I do the chicken, and sometimes I process a quail here and there, but I don't push her to do the larger animals.
But
it takes time sometimes. You'll find that you'll find there's times where you're more interested, or because it's not something you just jump into all the time. Sometimes people have to take baby steps and get into it. So the Naked Gardeners are asking, what type of chickens are you raising for eggs and meat?
Our beef birds, last year we did Cornish cross. This year we're doing just the Cornish. And then for our egg layers, we did got a whole mix of barn rocks, leghorns, Rhode Island Reds.
Yeah.
We're going to start transitioning just to the Rhode Island Reds. They seem to be more of a dual purpose birds, and they lay better eggs than I found in our leghorns. So
we processed quite a few chickens last year, and we still have quite a few. We sold quite a few birds, and then we actually
kept some for personal consumption.
Which is actually, I will say that's been amazing.
Yeah.
And then I'll let Eric and
the
answer that one.
processor. Yeah. Do you process your own birds and stuff? You do your own birds when you do them?
I did some myself, but also I took some to the processor. This year I want to get back to just processing myself. Only reason I took them to the processor is because you have to have a USDA stamp to sell them. But this year I'm going to process. Our goal is to process 300 birds, I think, this year. So
cool.
over the span of the year, but
it's a lot of birds though.
Yeah, but
one way to get around one way we found to get around some of those regulations too are if you sell your animals live, or for instance, you say, okay, you're going to want however many birds. If you know people are going to want stock up early, you can sell them the actual bird itself, and then you can have them come over for processing day and help you. I actually talked to a guy that, selling rabbits here. We sell our rabbits alive. We don't sell our rabbits once they're processed because we just process them ourselves here. And so we don't sell our processed rabbits. We sell our rabbits alive, and then we can invite them over and they can be a part of it if they choose to, and they want to be a part of that. Obviously, there's a lot of people that don't want to be a part of that. They don't want anything to do with that. But there are people that are interested in where their meat's coming from, and they want to be a part of that, and they want to learn that, even if they don't have a space to do it themselves. So that's one of the things. And the processor isn't super expensive. It can get pricey depending on what you take in there. And we definitely know how to process all the animals on our farm. And I would encourage, once you start to get other animals too, make sure you know how to process them, even if you don't intend to ever process them like that yourself the whole time. But if you make sure you at least know how to process them, then you know that if something happens in an emergency situation, you can take care of it, and you don't have to worry about not being able to take it to a processor. It's just super important to do that. I think in our world anyway, that's something we've tried to do. So we know how to do all of them. We just like what the processor provides, because they can do the bacon like nice and thin. We don't have all those tools to, to do all of it. I could make sausage, but for the amount of sausage we're going to need for our people, no, I'm good. I'm just going to pay someone to do that for me. Because, I'm good. I've done it. It's been, an experience, but I'm good.
So if there's anybody in there that has any other questions for Mad Acre, feel free to just put it in all caps or something so we can catch it.
Yeah. And see, Lisa says equipment is expensive to process, so it's a wash. It is. I mean, unless you're going to do it as a professional, like you're going to do it as a processor, you're going to be a butcher, it's just so expensive to buy that stuff and have it sit there for however many months,
Yeah.
You got a plucker.
Yes, I got the plucker and the scholar for the chickens. So
he did. So we spent some money there.
But you can rent that out. You can rent it. You can tell people, hey, bring your birds here. We'll do it here. And that's one of the things we've done too, is we've partnered with other people that are processing their meat birds. We do it at the same time. And so we've been able to process a big bunch with a bunch of hands. And it's not just about our little kids. It's about other families coming and working together. And I know several families that have done that. They say, hey, we're going to set up this date. We're going to process our birds. We have a plucker. We have all the stuff. Bring your birds and we'll do all of them together. And it's a great way to get other hands on it.
Yeah, another one.
That's a good idea.
How did your flower broadcast seeds turn out?
We just broadcast them before winter, so we'll know here shortly. So
what does that mean to broadcast?
Broadcast.
No, I'm kidding. You had to watch the video.
He watched the video. He watched the video.
I didn't watch that one.
See?
Nobody says it. Nobody says it.
Yeah, they do.
Nobody says
See,
it.
she did the motion right away. She knew.
Broadcast. You broadcast seeds.
Real, like I said,
awesome.
real gardeners know. Real gardeners
broadcast.
know. Just say.
You broadcast your seeds.
Broadcasted seeds.
It's just a fancy term for throw them on the ground.
That's right.
Throw them on the
Let's
ground.
just say throw them on the ground.
Well, when you're a YouTuber, you have to be fancy sometimes.
or educated.
Oh,
Oh, shots fired.
shots
Nope.
fired.
That was a rubber band gun.
Oh,
City folk, am I right, Ryan?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Oh, Callie said we are going to start sale meat bird. You're going to start to sell meat birds. We're buying everything now. We're getting 75 meat birds. There you go. It's a lot, but you
Nice.
know what? You got to, she got some kids, so you can put them kids to work, girl. She got a bunch of kids too.
Yeah.
So she can just be like, because when you put them, when you boil them and you just, you dunk them in the thing, you can just slide, be coughing over there. We're shaking the whole table.
Sorry.
Just slide the feathers right off. I will say that my turkeys were a lot easier than my meat birds the last couple times.
Really?
We haven't done meat birds in probably 4 years now, because honestly, we'd just rather do chickens. I mean, we'd rather do rabbits and turkeys now. Turkeys are easier because they're bigger and just get a lot more out of it. But
Yeah, I want to
think I
try
saw
it.
the
I want to
video.
get in process of rabbits.
You
With
said
it.
what?
I want to do rabbits as well.
I-
Not the pet.
My
rabbit.
heart just sank. It just like fell down. Just
We have
because, like, I
we have
this-
Dutch rabbits as well, but
I have one rabbit, like he means the world to me, right? And like I couldn't.
but I want to get meat rabbits and
Yeah.
start meat rabbits as well.
That's interesting. Have you guys done a video on that, processing rabbits?
I don't think we actually did a video on processing the meat rabbits, which we actually have some to do soon. So we might just do a nice video on that
Okay.
one, because I
Okay.
will say that I think that, like I said before, like Eric said, Carmen over at Jesus Loving Homesteader, she is really good with rabbits and stuff. But it's easy to process rabbits. It really is. I mean, he can do them really fast. I can't be out there when he's actually doing it. Like I can be out there once they're gone, once they're quiet and they're not moving. I can go out there, but I'd rather him just hand them to me skinned, because once they're eviscerated, skinned, all that, I'm good. Of course, my little kids are out there with their like fingers and the little skin and the like little, and they're like dancing around with this hide, and they're like, look at my, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my children, that's my kids. But it's very much more removed. I'm removed from it once I see it without the hide. So I'm good.
Yeah.
And then I can, clean them, bag and whatever. But it's definitely an easy process if once you do it. I mean, he can do it really fast. But I will say rabbit meat is very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are up against our time.
Oh, he's watching.
I like to be.
Uh-oh.
I like to be
Yes.
prompt.
Yes.
You can stay online if you like. We can chat after we let everybody go, but we want to make sure we stay true to our 2-hour time period, which we're over. You see our mods. I think they're messing with me.
They do mess with you.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
like to mess with you.
But we had a really great time. I'm so glad you guys were willing to come talk to us. Most people don't want to talk to us.
Oh, that's not
No,
true.
you guys are awesome.
Look, Lisa says 9:02 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? Girl, it's 10:02. You're an hour behind. We're in the
Anyway.
future.
We really appreciate you guys taking time to come visit us. If you guys are in the chat and you have not yet checked them out, please go do that. Mad Acre Farms, they have some very funny videos. What you see here on screen is what you see on the video. Monica doesn't know that. That's why I made that reference.
I do know. I
about-
watch the video.
About broadcasting. She didn't watch the video. But none of that. You have to watch the video. Anyway, go check them out. We really appreciate everybody coming in here.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
I enjoyed doing our live again this week.
I know. I missed so much last week, so I'm glad we're here
Hey, who's glad to be back in the seat for doing our lives with all of our friends?
and having great people on our first live back. Farmers' wives.
Farmers' wives.
Farmer-
Farmers' wives.
Farmers do too. Until next time. Peace.
See you
There
guys.
you go.
Peace,
See you guys.
guys.
Thank you.